Check, check. That's working.
Good evening, everybody. Glad to have you here.
And that's working. All right. So, on request, I'm going to be doing 1 day a week of Flatzoid. And that'll be all the flatter shit that I do.
Check, check. That's
Oops.
working.
The
Good
hell?
evening, everybody. Glad to have you here.
Turn that off. So, he had a live stream this morning entitled. Wait a second. Hold on a second. We need a window. There we go. Let's get it to size. See, I haven't streamed so long. Everything's all fucked up. Hey, Westside. Okay. Move the chat box above that. There we go. All right. So, his stream was entitled "I'm right here, don't be a coward. Challenge me live on anything." If you have a daredevil, he said, "Challenge me on anything. Give me a challenge." And you say, "Do this." And they say, "Oh, I don't want to do that. That's nah. I don't think that can be done." He's not much of a daredevil, is he? So you can challenge him on anything, but he's just a lying sack of shit. So he'll just deny everything, come up with his own reasons for it. It's fucking infuriating.
Yeah, thank you for coming. I'm glad you are here. Anyway, hit the like, share the show because it does help the show to grow. Good to see everybody in the YouTube lands. Glad you could make it. I'm just going to say hi to some people in there. I have been seeing to Stan there. Sam, how's it going, man?
Ed, next to me on the desk here. I don't know if you can see it. I can't really see it. I don't want to unframe my camera. Is my spray booth? It's right there. It's right there. And so this is my spray area here. Won't have any overspray. Other stuff won't get paint on it. It should work. And I got my air compressor here. My airbrushes are mounted to the desk, so should work. Should work. Still need. I'm waiting on a camera stand. It's like an arm that I can mount to the table and then position the camera wherever I want it to be able to film it. Stream me painting. So that should be a nice addition. So anyway, that's not what we're here for.
Good to see you, Nurse Noreen. Hello, hello, Pirate Man. Thank you for coming. Groovy House. Hello, hello. Smoky McBacon. Hello, Glenn Sauce. Good to see you too. Glad you could make it. And then I also saw Derek Nelson in as well, and also Zeppy Teppy. What's up? And Totally Level. What's up? Glad you guys can make it. Anyway, tonight hasn't really got a subject. I just put something catchy because I had to make up a stream quickly because I worked late. But anyway, oh, my hair's a bit of Diamakar tonight. And PJ, what's up, man? Good to see you guys. The link is up there if you want to come and have a discussion. Interesting thing that when it comes to the poll, 26 votes. Are you a coward? Yes, say 23%. Why would you want to be a coward? Quite insane. The rest is no, obviously. But it's good to see you guys. If you just want to come and have a chill discussion or whatever, the link is above and we can have so. As for other people that know I want nothing to do with them, get out of here. It's as simple as that. Okay, so
So then that makes you the coward. That makes you a coward when you limit it to people that you want on there just for the fact that they debunk you. You're a coward. Hey,
let me
Mauricio.
see.
Hey, Mauricio.
What can we discuss tonight?
Discuss why you're such a pathological liar. You can do that.
I was hoping that we can maybe look at some biblical stuff. Oh, there we go. Hello, Greg. How's it going?
Doing good. How you doing today?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Go pull up that live I done this morning. Let's go over it.
You
Just
want
What
to
an-
go there?
Man, I call sovereign soul a white trash redneck hillbilly. This guy is. You look at the definite. You look up the definition in the dictionary, and his fucking picture's there.
Okay, we'll do that as soon as you acknowledge that Yahweh is God.
Go pull that live up I did this morning, and let's go over it.
Okay. Guys, you're going to want to see this.
See, he demands a lot of stuff from people, but he refuses to admit that he's wrong about anything. Right? Right?
Because he's literally
Calls people liars. Can't back up his claims. Refuses to retract it. Yeah, he's a piece of shit.
saying Jesus is not God.
No, that's not what he said. It's not what he said. See, it's another thing this piece of shit does is he twists your words. You say one thing and he says, well, then he said this. No, didn't say that. Never did say that.
No, I did not say that. I said Jesus is not Yahweh's son. Stop putting words in my mouth. Go get that live I done this morning, and let's go over it.
Do that now.
Will you apologize for saying you misspoke and put words in my mouth?
I didn't put words in your mouth. You literally
You said
that.
I said Jesus is not
Well-
God. I never said that. I just sat
Oh,
here and
really?
corrected. I just sat here and corrected you. Jesus
I'm going to quickly go into
is God's son.
Jesus is a God.
No. Go get the live. Go get the live I done this morning.
We'll do that
And
now.
let's pull it
Well,
up.
I'll ask you something.
Quit stalling.
Yahweh. Do you
Okay,
worship Yahweh?
you're gonna show me the cat.
Do you worship
You're
Yahweh?
gonna show me the Catholic narrative.
It's not a Catholic
No, I
narrative.
don't worship
You-
Yahweh.
Well, that's Jesus.
Yes, Heather. They said
Yahweh.
they give us the narrative. There's one.
Yahweh's
When
The Catholic narrative. It's all the same God, dipshit. The Catholic God, the Muslim God, the Christian God, the Protestant God. It's all the same one. These fucking idiots don't even know their own religion.
Well, you let me finish. When Catholics put the Bible together, they carried on the Hebrew way.
Catholics didn't put the Bible together.
Is the God when they carried on the Hebrew tradition? The Hebrews were polytheistic. They believed in many gods. Yahweh was their destroyer God.
Catholics-
It's clear in
Catholics
Scripture.
didn't-
Pull up that live.
Catholics
Pull up
didn't-
that live
the
I've done this
Catholics
morning,
didn't-
and let's go over it.
See, it's all a matter of, well, my God's bigger than your God. My God can beat up your God. That's what it comes down to, this whole argument. It's all fake. There is no God. It's a concept that people came up with to explain shit that was going on around them. It doesn't exist.
Catholics didn't put the Bible together, Greg.
So you're not. So you're stalling.
Catholics didn't. Oh, really? So King James wasn't a Catholic? Let's look that up. What was King James's religion? It's not going to hear me. God damn it. Uh, James had been tutored by Presbyterians and publicly professed his support for Puritanism while sitting on the Scottish throne, but the English Catholics hoped that he would also act tolerantly toward them, given his mother's religious beliefs. Instead, James continued the Elizabethan program of Catholic suppression after a group of Catholics orchestrated the Gunpowder Plot to seize control of the government in 1605.
You're stalling.
I'm not stalling. I want you to read on screen
Bart.
quickly for everybody. And then I
I
want you
can't
to
see it. It's
acknowledge-
so small, dude.
So this is another thing he does. Instead of addressing a point, he'll bring up something else and say, "Now read this." Well, no, we're addressing this. We're going to look at this video of something that I said. Okay, before I show that, let's look at something else. Let's look at this. What does this say? Well, I don't give a fuck what that says. What we're talking about is what I said, not what something you want to bring up says.
Dude, I'm not reading it. It's so small. I said,
Okay,
go get
I'll
that
read it
live.
for you.
You want to see where I'm coming
Can I
from?
read it?
That
Can I
live
read
this
it for
morning.
you? Okay, I'm going to read it for
I mean, he did that the same. He did the same thing to me. He did the exact same thing to me.
you quickly.
You can.
then I'm
Okay,
gonna
hold
ask
on. You can.
That's why you can't have a conversation with this piece of shit, because he's unable to have a conversation. He wants to preach, and he's a shitty preacher. He doesn't even know the subject matter that he's preaching.
Stall
Greg,
longer.
Greg,
You
Greg,
can stall.
Then I'm going to ask you to please be respectful and actually talk to me like a respectful
Yeah.
person. Okay. So, Greg,
You treat me
Yahweh. So Yahweh,
respectful.
I'm
I love it. You got to treat me with respect while I insult you and don't treat you with respect.
not screaming over you or anything. I'm asking you simply to.
I'm not
admit
either.
That Jesus Christ is God. Anyway,
Jesus Christ
Yahweh,
is the Son of
the
God.
name- So Yahweh, well done.
No,
Yahweh,
I said Jesus Christ is the Son of God.
Hear that? Puts words in his mouth. That's why you can't have a conversation with this fuckhead.
Sam told
Yahweh,
you Yahweh don't
name
have
of
a
the
son.
God-
Sam admits
Yahweh,
Yahweh don't have a son.
You're still over talking me. So let's try this again. Yahweh, name for the God of the Israelites, representing the biblical pronunciation of Yahweh Vaveh, the Hebrew name revealed to Moses in the book of Exodus. The name Yahweh Vaveh, consisting of the sequence of consonants Yod He, Vav, and He, is known as the Tetragrammaton, correct?
That's what the Hebrews tell.
I mean, when you can't even pronounce the words you're reading, when they're right in front of you, dude, give it up. When you can't pronounce words, you're not an educator. You're not educating anybody, okay? You're dumber than the people you're talking to.
Tell us now. Okay, I'm gonna hit on something you said. Moses was revealed God's name, Yahweh. Okay, well Jesus says nobody knows God's name except the Son who came from heaven. So explain to me, if Moses revealed God's name, that means Jesus lied was God's name, but the man who comes down from heaven, who lied?
And they don't talk. I glanced in on this thing occasionally this morning when I was getting ready, and they don't. This isn't completely about religion, so bear with it.
Nobody lied.
Yeah, because Jesus says no one knows his name but his Son that come from heaven, somewhere in that terms. But you just sat there and read. Moses knows
When Jesus said that.
God's name. No.
When
I'm
Jesus-
By the way, this is look at how nice this camera is. Really like this camera. Where is it? Damn it. That's not what I want. There it is. Yeah, this is the thing I ordered for the camera. So I should be able to mount it right alongside, swing it around to wherever I want to put it, and do overhead shots, oblique shots, whatever.
talking. Please be respectful and let me finish. Now, you just said Yahweh's name. I was correcting you. You said Yahweh's name was revealed to Moses. Jesus says, no, it wasn't. He revealed Father's name to people, not Moses. So where do you get that from? Somebody told a lie. Somebody was wrong. Was it Moses or Jesus? That's
No
a
one.
simple question.
No one.
Well,
You're not
no one.
understanding
Well,
what I'm saying.
Jesus contradicted Moses.
You have to say more than 2 words. Jesus was declaring himself as God, as the angel of light, to Moses, the angel of the Lord. Yes.
Well, no.
Do you
That
think
does not
Jesus
say
didn't-
that.
Oh, by the way, I'm addicted to this shit.
Yesterday with Jeffrey Epstein, it left some lingering mysteries. One of the biggest ones is whether he ever worked for an American or foreign intelligence agency. The former Labor Secretary, who was Miami U.S. Attorney Alex Acosta, he allegedly said that he did work for an intelligence agency. So could you resolve whether or not he did? And also, could you say why there was a minute missing from the jailhouse tape on the night of the staff?
Yeah, sure. If I
Could I just interrupt for
Sure.
1 second? Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? This guy's been talked about for years. We have Texas, we have this, we have all of the things. And are people still talking about this guy, this creep? That is unbelievable. Do you want to waste the time and do you feel like answering?
I don't mind answering.
I mean, I can't believe you're asking a question on that.
I love these things.
Yeah, to Moses.
AI is getting scary. It really is. I mean, it's crossing the uncanny valley.
You think Jesus didn't appear to
Sorry.
Moses in the burning bush?
No, don't.
That's the same
Subject.
subject.
You name was revealed. You said
What happened?
revealed
what
his name
happened
to
when
Moses. Jesus said,
What happened?
Jesus.
I think a dude was leading a lot of guys out of bondage from a cruel ruler, and he was losing connection with him, and they were wanting to what do you call it? They do it in ships. Mutiny, basically, right? They're not at sea, but basically they wanted to mutiny. There was unrest. So he went up on the mountain and he said, I saw God. He burned like a bush. It was a bush. A bush burned. Yep, believe me. Trust me, bro. That's that story.
Jesus spoke. Now, Jesus said, no man knows his name but the Son that came.
Greg.
I'm relaxed. Once you quit projecting.
Greg.
Now, quit stalling. Go grab that stream
I'm
I've done this
asking you.
morning and let's talk.
I'm asking you, what did Jesus declare himself as to Moses in the burning bush?
I'm not going to say that's Jesus. You are.
He said, I am that I am.
And
Correct.
who? And okay. Well, who declared?
Wait, did he say Jesus was the burning bush? No, God was the burning bush. That was God.
Death was who placed death upon man in Genesis 3?
Sin.
Who cursed woman with pain?
Sin was the reason.
Who?
No, God did, dipshit. He doesn't even know his own book.
Cursed.
No.
See that that's not a who, Flatzoid. That's not a who. He asked who.
No, sin is not a person. Who means who. Go read
Nobody
Genesis.
cursed.
No,
No,
read Genesis.
Really? Nobody Flatzoid? So because they ate of the tree of knowledge, they weren't cast out of the Garden of Eden, and Eve wasn't cursed with pain through childbirth, and Adam wasn't cursed by labor, by having to work for a living. That didn't happen. Doesn't even know his own fucking religion.
Open Genesis 3, go down to around where supposedly God says, who told you this? And then read to the bottom. Then we'll find out who cursed creation. Okay, if a snake done the lying, why was a cow cursed?
Why did, how can snakes talk? How can snakes talk there, buddy? Snakes don't talk, okay? That's how diluted your religion is. You believe that snakes can talk. You believe that people can walk on water. You believe that a man can raise from the dead. That's called a zombie.
The cow had nothing to do with it. That's not just God. Why was the earth cursed when the earth had...
Cows weren't cursed. Man was cursed. God didn't curse any animals. What the fuck are you talking about?
nothing to do with it. It was one snake.
Okay.
Is that a just God?
Let me try and break it down to you quickly.
He was a snake.
What happened is...
Before you go, I'm gonna ask one question. Before you start, I'll let you. Just let me ask one question. Did you learn this in seminary school?
No, I didn't go to seminary.
Yeah, he didn't go to seminary. Yeah, he didn't. He barely went to fucking school.
Said you did before.
I'm not Catholic. I'm not Catholic, and I'm not.
You
Baptist.
said you went to a preacher. You went to a preacher man. Did you learn this in preacher man school?
Preacher man school? What the fuck are you talking about? God damn it, man! Get some education in you.
Yes, I went to study.
Okay,
theology.
so you was
seminary.
told what to explain to me. Go ahead.
No, I wasn't told what to explain to you.
Really? You weren't indoctrinated? That's what religion does. Is it indoctrinates. That's the purpose of it.
So
Go
anyway,
ahead.
Greg, what happened was the serpent. Yes, the serpent came and beguiled Eve.
Okay.
Okay?
Did he? So he lied to Eve.
Why don't you let me finish? Okay.
Because I'm trying to catch you, so you can't stretch it out. I asked you a
serpent-
question. So the snake
serpent
lied to Eve.
Dude,
What
I'm
lie
gonna
did
have
the
to
snake
mute you.
tell?
I'm gonna have to mute you if you don't let me say more than 2 seconds. Come on. Okay. So what happened is the serpent came and beguiled Eve. Okay. The serpent did exactly.
And that's another reason why I don't debate on these shows anymore, because I will mute you. See, they have control over the mute button. That doesn't wash.
What happened when Lucifer fell from heaven? The original sin was Lucifer having pride, believing he is greater than God. Okay? So when the serpent came and beguiled Eve to believe the same, what was the original sin? To make you believe that you are God.
Okay.
You can-
No, the sin was disobeying God. That's what the sin was. But you know what happened? God said, if you eat of that fruit, you will surely die. And now, see, if I give you food and I say, if you eat this food, you'll die, and you eat the food, you should die, right? Doesn't mean you'll die of old age. It means you'll die right then because of that action. So they didn't die when they ate it. God lied to them, but Satan told them the truth. See, they gained knowledge. They gained the knowledge of God. And that's what God didn't like. See, he wanted to be the top dog. So he kicked those people out for gaining his knowledge. So God lied to them. Satan told them the truth. Why are you worshiping God? Sounds like a fucking loser to me.
Okay.
Be a God.
Okay.
So what
Okay.
happened? No, I have to finish. So when,
Dear God, hope you get the letter in. I pray you can make it better around here.
when the serpent deceived Eve, and Eve decided to take of the fruit to partake in the sin, because remember, it was a commandment from God. So Eve broke that commandment, and then Adam as well also broke that commandment with Eve.
Are you
Then,
done?
Because of that sin, it has consequences. Because of that sin,
You think they'll ever get to his video? Think he'll ever show that? See, he doesn't want to show the video because that'll prove that he lied. It'll prove that he lied about pig fucker here, and he doesn't like that. He doesn't like to be proven to be a liar. You know, if you paint and you're good at painting, you want the world to see that you're good at painting, right? But this guy doesn't want to see anybody. He doesn't want anybody to see how he lies. So he's not even proud of what he does.
They realized that they were naked, quote unquote, and that's when God came and asked what happened. So God didn't curse them. God said, due to the sin, you are cursed.
So God didn't know what they did? An all-powerful, all-knowing God didn't know what they did? He didn't know what that they would do that? The whole story is just full of shit.
Are you done? Are you done?
Yes, I'm correcting you on biblical.
No. It's just a simple yes or no. You said yes. Okay. You said the serpent lied to Eve. What lie was?
But he didn't lie to Eve. He told Eve that if you eat the fruit, you'll gain knowledge. He was telling them the truth. God was the one that lied.
Was that?
You can be as God.
Okay. What other lie was involved in that?
God doesn't want you to be like him.
No, he didn't say you can be as God. He said you will gain the knowledge of God. Right? And they did. So, yeah, where was the lie?
Oh, no. It is, God knows the moment that you eat this, your eyes will be opened and you will be like gods, knowing good from evil. Is that correct?
That's a lie. Yes, it's a lie because he knows.
Okay. Whoa. Before.
But no, that wasn't a lie because that's what happened. Right? It happened.
There's a difference between having knowledge of good and evil and being a god.
But only gods have the knowledge of good and evil. See, they didn't. God didn't give them that knowledge. Only he had that knowledge. Right?
You do
So
know that.
I'm going to have to correct you with Bible. Okay, hold on. I'm going to correct you because since you're refusing to go there, I just asked
gonna
you
go
if what.
there now.
No. I'm
just wanna
talking. Please
close
let
the
me.
screen. I just wanna close the-
Please.
Hey, what happened to this, don't interrupt, man? What happened to that, Flatzoid?
Let me
No.
finish.
Is anybody still in the chat? Is anybody still here?
Just talking.
I just want to close the screen on before we carry on. I just want to close the screen because it's been up. Can I quickly read this out to you because you're telling me it's not Jesus?
No,
Would you agree-
it's my
would you
turn to
agree
talk.
that
It's my turn to talk,
Would you
dude.
agree-
It's
would you
my
agree
turn to
that
talk.
Would you agree that Adonai is Jesus?
I'm telling you, it's my turn to talk. Now we're going to read right here in Genesis.
Is Adonai Jesus? Greg, then we're going to get on.
Right here in Genesis 3. For God doeth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. Okay. That's right. Now listen.
Yes, be as gods, knowing good and evil. That's what being as gods means. Knowing good and evil.
And the Lord God.
Didn't say being all powerful like God. No, it's knowing good and evil as gods know good and evil.
Wait. And Genesis 3, verse 22. And the Lord God said, behold, man has become as one of us to know good and evil. Now, what lie was told? God just confirmed the snake told the truth. What lie was told? Genesis 3, verse 5, Genesis 3, verse 22. Please read them out loud.
Okay, before we go on there, would you
No.
There you go. Yep. See, he's proving you wrong, buddy, on your show. He's putting it in your face. He's facing you.
No, please read Genesis 3, verse 5 and 22 out loud.
Greg, this is my show. We started off.
No,
with
I'm your
Jesus,
guest. Respect your guest. I just caught you in a
Respect the
club.
host. Respect the host.
No,
Yeah,
I can't
Greg.
respect the host. The host ain't respecting me. He's not answering my question.
Okay, I'm muted, Greg. Unfortunately, guys, he's demon possessed. He doesn't.
Oh, he's demon possessed. So if you disagree with you and you get proven wrong, the person's a demon? He's demon possessed? Oh my God, look at this fucking asshole.
Doesn't like truth. So, Greg, I'm
Look
going
at
to
this
ask you again.
asshole.
I'm going to unmute you so we can finish what we started this off with, because you are claiming Yahweh is not Jesus, And this is exactly what I got on here. So I want to finish that off. Then I'm more than happy to educate you on how Satan is evil, not God. Okay, so
Did Satan ever kill everyone on the earth? No. God did. Did Satan ever kill the firstborn? No. God did. Oh, maybe that was the angel of death. But God allowed it to happen. God allows suffering. That's evil. When you, if you're an all-powerful being and you can prevent suffering and you don't, that's fucking evil, buddy.
I'm going to unmute you. Is Jesus Adonai?
What lie was told?
Is Jesus Adonai?
What?
Are you
No,
running away
no,
from
we're
it,
talking.
Greg?
No, you're changing the
Is
subject.
Jesus
You
no,
said
this was the original subject. I'm going to mute you again. This was the original subject. Is Jesus Adonai? Then we can move on. Just a yes or no. Then we can move on.
I'm not. Look, I'm not your freaking dog. You don't tell me to speak.
Is
I'll ask you a
Jesus
question.
Adonai?
What lie was told between Genesis 3:5 and Genesis 3:22?
Okay, I muted him again. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to tell you, Greg.
Oh my
Adonai
God.
is
What a piece of shit.
Jesus. Jehovah Jireh, my provider. That's Jesus. Yahweh is Jesus. Jehovah Nisi. That's Jesus. And he just left, guys, because he doesn't want to accept that he's lit.
No, he left because you're a rude asshole. That's why he left. Because you were there to go through his video, and you refused to do that because you know that would prove you wrong. The same way you know that my follow-up video on Parallax proves you wrong. You're a piece of shit, Flatzoid. You're a motherfucker.
Literally a fake Christian. I'm going to go through his stream now, and I'm going to show you just how fake he is, because the guy cannot behave himself. He literally denies Jesus as God.
Do we want to go through this religious shit? It gets better. Actually, let's see if it proves him wrong.
And
Let's see.
claims to be a Christian.
Let's watch it.
So, I'm going to show there. We can see it on screen. Adonai or Elohim. That means Jesus, which is Yahweh. He doesn't like that. Okay, let's move.
That's the dictionary. Here, let's look up Britannia. Here, let's go on that site there, buddy. Encyclopedia Britannica. There we go. Earth. Just look up Earth. Let's see what the encyclopedia that you just cited says Earth is. It's a slow-ass fucking website. Earth, planet. There you go. Third planet from the sun and the fifth largest planet in the solar system. Yeah, how about that? So the book that you're referencing from for religion says that the Earth is a planet. Exactly what the heliocentric model says, right? See what it says about gravity there, dipshit. Gravity in mechanics, the universal force of attraction acting between all bodies of matter. Huh. Mass attracts mass. How about that? That's in your book. It's in the book you cited, motherfucker. So is it wrong when you cited it, or is it wrong now?
Move on to his live stream. And Greg, you can always come back in. I just wanted you to acknowledge that Jesus is God, but that's a bit too difficult for a so-called Christian, as you put yourself. Okay. Let's put it on screen. But anyway, it's good to see all of you in YouTube lands. Thank you for coming. Please hit the likes, share the show. I really, really do appreciate you all. Much blessings. And trolls and guys, if you want to come in and also tear this video apart, you're more than welcome to come in. Okay, so this is his video that he said we have to go through. Open Bible Study, the Old Testament God, the Destroyer. I want to quickly point out, look at his thumbnail. The greatest enemy to the movement of Jesus Christ is Christianity. That's his thumbnail, first of all. I want to point out that, Greg, first of all, that is an oxymoron. Christianity is literally this acceptance of Jesus Christ as your savior, to be Christ-like.
Greg kind of appears to me, seems to me to be one of those Christians that would have a crate of snakes in his basement to help in his religion.
So how can Christianity be against the movement of Jesus when Christianity literally is accepting Jesus Christ as God? It's an oxymoron. Okay. Thought I'd clear that up. Let's go and listen to
Grandparents
this
said
guy.
yes. Great grand.
Well, kind of in the same way that Christian scientists are bad for both science and Christianity. Kind of the same way.
Grandparents and great great grandparents. Many have got to meet them, others haven't. We're all given the same doctrine. And being we're in Satan's short season, those that know the truth,
We're not in Satan's
there's
season.
many out there that keep.
All
We're
right.
getting bored.
Fuck this guy. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, I agree, guys.
Wanna
If Greg
change
was
the
in,
subject.
if Greg was in, we would go through it. But he's not in. He ran away. So fine. Satellites. What do you want to talk about? Tin cans in a natural violation space factory.
Tin cans. Oh, that guy. Well, have you ever do you?
I have no idea why Luca keeps going on his show. I really don't.
What are the chances that you are just have you ever considered that you might be mistaken about the violation of the law?
How can I be wrong about it?
Because all of physics disagrees with you. See, physics disagrees with you, Flatzoid. See, that's how you can be wrong when you're wrong. See, I can say that fire truck is green all fucking day, but everyone who can see color knows that it's red. Of course, in Europe, fire trucks are green some places, I guess. I guess in United States, they're greenish yellow. But, yeah, I can look at a fire truck and I can say that fire truck is green or blue or orange. But everybody who can see color knows that I'm lying about it. That's how.
I have no doubts because according to the second law of thermodynamics, it doesn't care about my opinion.
Well,
Right. Neither does physics or science. See, your opinion is that gravity isn't real. But science says it is, and science can back that shit up with experimentation. That you say aren't experiments, because if they were experiments, then you'd be wrong, right? You're a piece of shit, Flatzoid.
You can't
what is
violate.
this?
Let me ask you the same question. Have you ever had doubts that maybe you might be wrong, that your belief that you can violate second law of thermodynamics because of gravity could be wrong?
Well,
I could be wrong, but physics says different. Physics says you're wrong. You're wrong, motherfucker. You can't admit it because you're a narcissistic piece of shit and a dumb motherfucker.
if everyone has, and a big if.
We could say we're wrong, but we have Cavendish to back us up. We have gravimeter or gravimeter or gravitimeter, or I don't know how to pronounce that word. We have those experiments to back us up. See, we can wonder if we're wrong, but science reassures us that we're not. You've got nothing, motherfucker. You don't have experiments. You don't have science. You don't have physics. You don't have anything but your book and your opinion. That's all you have, man. You will never have anything more because you're just stupid.
If everyone has been lying to me and manipulating the systems and everything is fake, and then yeah, I suppose that I do have a belief in what physicists and FTFE, MC Tune, and whatever the others say.
It's time to talk about the video. You said I wasn't in here. If
Oh,
I was in here, if
whoa, Greg.
you said if I was in here, you would talk about it. So here,
Okay, I muted him again. You can come in
Oh
and have
my
a
goodness.
respectful conversation with us. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, you come in and you say, I'm back. That's what you say. I'm back. And then they complete what they were saying, and then you talk about your video. That's what you do, Greg. You don't come in hot like that. You just interrupted their conversation, man.
Dang.
If you come on the screen, they'll know you're there. Right? Show a little courtesy, dipshit.
He leaves, we change the subject, and now he decides to come and derail the show again. So, Luca, let's go on. He can wait and cool down while we carry on talking about satellites first.
All right.
Oh, there he left again. Okay.
Satellites. Huh. Let's see. Satellites. Satellites. See what it says about satellites. Satellites. Astronomy. A natural object, moon or spacecraft, artificial orbiting a larger astronomical body known blah, 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 blah. There we go. Got a list of satellites. Never, doesn't say that they're fake, right? Doesn't say they're balloons.
All right. So yeah. Well, like I said, I guess. Yeah, but I do believe them. And I guess that would mean I have a belief.
Let's see what Britannica says about flat Earth here. Flat Earth. Flat Earth. The perception that Earth exists as a flat disk, either circular or square shape, this view persisted in the ancient world until empirical observations revealed that Earth's shape was spherical or ellipsoidal. Yeah, so
I suppose if everyone if the schools, physicists, and stuff is wrong, or just lying, then yeah, I guess the Earth would be flat.
if it was proved that the Earth is flat, then we'd all be flat earthers. But it hasn't been, so we're not. That's how shit works, man. That's how life works.
So you're just basing off of consensus. If everybody in consensus was just lying, therefore the Earth would be flat.
Well, and their explanations of how the evidence works, and because of my understanding, the evidence, what they say seems to not contradict anything that they've said before. Sure, they might have been wrong.
And by the way, this is the new airbrush. This is the Harder Steenbeck Ultra 2024. I'm not sure. It's a beginner airbrush. It's meant for beginners over experienced airbrush users. It has a collar. I don't know if you can see that. You can turn this collar. And my fingernails are dirty. And what it does is it stops this from going back all the way, right? A lot of airbrushes have man, my fingers are dirty. I was cleaning my pipe out. Anyway, A lot of airbrushes have a screw on the end of it. As a matter of fact, this one does. And this limits the travel. I got to clean this thing out. I was painting but this screw prevents the needle from coming back, right? It hits the end of that screw. But this doesn't have that. Instead, it has the collar that prevents the whole mechanism from coming back. So if you're doing like this is wide open, then you have where is it? Yeah, you got this is for doing like primer when you want a lot of paint to come out. And each notch that you turn it restricts it a little more. It's like turning the screw in. So when you're doing fine work, you got this setting here, which only lets it come back this much. So it's to help you develop trigger control. And they say it's really good for doing that. So that's the airbrush. I want to see if the fans are going to be too loud. If someone could tell, if anybody's still here, can tell me if this is too loud. These are the it's a dual fan. It's like a computer fan, but it's got two of them, and they're huge. They're like this big. And it sucks the paint through. You can feel air moving in there. So just wondering if that's going to be too loud. And then, well, I don't have it plugged in, but my compressor also would be running too, occasionally. So is that too loud or is that tolerable? Because it's coming through on the headphones. It has you can definitely hear it, I'm sure. And this is the way I'd be facing, so wonder how that is. If you can hear me talking over it. What I could do, turn that off. Kind of wanted to do this to see what it was like. You definitely have a hiss.
You can definitely hear it, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's a hiss.
And this is the way I'd be facing, so wonder how that is.
It's not too bad, I guess.
You can hear me talking over it. What I could do, turn
Yeah,
it off.
it's not bad. It's not too bad, I don't think. Let's go back to this.
But they haven't outright lied, in my opinion, about anything. That
I
they say
wouldn't, I
if
wouldn't
they're
say
wrong.
everybody. I wouldn't say everybody's lying. I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are saying everybody's lying. Everybody who says that the Earth isn't flat is lying. They're demon possessed. That's what you've said, man.
This way.
If
If you
they are wrong, then they admit to being wrong. You know, then
Well-
they admit they're wrong.
Well, let's put it this way. If you taught a certain way to think and a certain thing, and you believe what you're doing is true, that's not lying, correct?
Correct. But once you've been educated on the lie, that you're educated that you're wrong, that's when excuse me, that's when it becomes the lie. And you've been educated.
I suppose
You're just doing
not.
what you're
Yeah,
told.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're just doing what
it's
you're
not
told. You
wrong.
believe what you're doing is true, so it's not a lie on your behalf.
But I suppose not. Yeah.
Right. And you've been educated that the earth is not flat, that gravity is real, that space exists, and that you're wrong about science. You've been educated. You've been shown how you're wrong. So now you're aware that you're wrong, but you still say the same wrong things. That is a lie. That's when it becomes a lie, Flatsoid.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Well,
But
there's no.
what specifically is your issue with satellites, though?
Why? As my understanding of what they say, the second law of thermodynamics is that
See, if he admits that satellites exist, that space is not a violation of the laws of thermodynamics, which I don't understand why it would be. I think what he means to say is the fundamentals of thermodynamics is what it violates, because thermodynamics is about energy, transference of energy, not matter or space or a vacuum. That's not what thermodynamics are. So you're talking about entropy, not thermodynamics. Anyway,
entropy.
but see, if he admits that he's wrong about that, then he has to admit that he's wrong about the containment of our atmosphere. And that would mean he'd have to admit that we don't have a container, gravity is real, and the Earth is a sphere. See, that's what he'd have to admit to, and he can't, because he's just a piece of shit.
Will increase in isolated.
He is what his religion calls a deceiver of men, a bearer of false witness.
Systems.
Yeah, according to the second law of thermodynamics, entropy will always increase in an isolated system. Now, the universe is this.
Are we in an isolated system there, bitch? No, we're not.
Is described as an isolated system.
That's what they say, that the universe.
The entire universe. Because there's nothing outside of it. That's what makes it an isolated system. But we, on Earth, are not in an isolated system.
Yeah, and you know that isolated systems is only hypothetical.
Well, I mean...
No, it's an actual thing. It's an actual thing. See, the law of thermodynamics are theoretical, right? They rely on perfect conditions. So why are you quoting them? Or misquoting them? You just don't know shit, man. You don't know anything about physics or science, Flatzoid. You're trying to be smart, but you refuse to do the legwork to be so.
I mean, sure, then...
Oh, I just missed a perfect fucking opportunity. Your mom's box is theoretical.
Well...
There we go. Now balance is restored.
Oh, I mean, if the universe... Well, it's just what... It's the closest thing to an isolated system that we have. I guess the universe would be considered as an isolated system because it... Well, we can't really see the end of it, so it keeps expanding.
Yeah, so I just got to correct Miles, because look at this guy literally making stuff up. Fatsy's saying it's okay to lie if you don't think it's a lie. No, I never said that. A lie.
Yeah, it's exactly what you said. If you say something and you don't realize it's a lie, is a lie. It's exactly what you said.
It constitutes you knowing that you are lying. If they are doing what they think they're doing, believing it, it's not a lie because they are not deceiving anyone. They don't believe they are doing anything.
So if you just refuse to believe something, then it doesn't become a lie? If it's wrong? If you just believe in the lie, it's not a, it's what you're saying, man. As long as you believe that it's not a lie, it's not a lie. Even if it is, even if it's wrong, as long as you believe that it's not, then it's, what the fuck, dude?
Wrong. For instance, when someone is taught, okay, I need to press this button for this rocket to go into space, okay, and the rocket doesn't go into space, are they lying? No, they believe what they're doing helps the rocket go to space. Get it?
You're an idiot. You're a fucking moron.
Doesn't make them a liar. A lie comes by intent, Miles. The intent.
Yeah, there's that. I guess he's talking about the compartmentalization bullshit that they bring up. Well, they're compartmentalized, so they don't know that they're lying. They don't know the big picture, and stuff's being kept from them. No, asshole. No.
Tend to lie or deceive. Simple as that.
And well,
He's such a fucking gnarly asshole. Just a gnarly fuck.
but we do have photos from space as well.
Mm-hmm.
But
No, but
You-
those
you said-
photos.
Oh, but those photos prove me wrong, so I don't believe them. Yeah, nice try, asshole. Where are your photos of flat Earth, man? Where are those? See, I don't believe those because they could be cartoons. Well, where is any photo, any picture of flat Earth that's not a cartoon?
It's always the default. Photos in space, and these photos cannot be taken in Narnia because it violates the second law of thermodynamics.
Says you. You haven't been able to prove that it's a violation of the second law of thermodynamics. You haven't been able to do that, dipshit. When are you going to do that? When are you going to prove what you say? Instead of just talk words.
yeah, but what if you're wrong?
How? That's what I'm saying.
How can you be wrong? Because you're stupid. Stupid people are wrong. That's how you can be wrong. The Bible that you say says the earth is flat might not be saying that. Might be saying something different. Somebody just interpreted it as saying that. And you fell for it. How fucking gullible are you?
Show me I'm wrong. You claiming to be able
the
to
photo.
violate the second law. How am I
the
wrong
photo.
when you claiming to violate?
You're wrong because you don't know the second law of thermodynamics. Space is not a violation of that, dipshit. Space is just an absence of matter. A very low pressure atmosphere or an environment. You're wrong, dumb fuck. Admit it. Good God, man.
Violated.
The photo.
It violates natural law. So what's
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. You're a liar. You're a proven liar. We've proven that you lie. See, it's not just our opinion that you're a liar. We have proof. And you're lying right now.
more logical?
But what if you're wrong?
How can I be wrong? You can't violate natural law, Luca.
Because it's not a violation of natural law, asshole. That's how you're wrong. You keep saying it is, but it's not. Because we have gravity that holds our atmosphere to this spherical Earth. You're wrong. Because you believe a book that was written 2,000 years ago by dumb motherfuckers who didn't even know how tides work. Didn't know what the fucking sun was. didn't know what the moon was. They wrote a book and you believe it. Yeah. How fucking stupid are you when we have a mountain of scientific evidence to the contrary?
Yeah, you can't. And we
Yeah,
have
so
a
that
photo.
makes-
So obviously,
So how am I wrong
that
then?
photo, that
How can you get up in the morning? How can you you couldn't have possibly gotten up in the morning because getting up is a violation of the second law of thermodynamics. See how that works? See how I did that? See how I just made shit up and said it's a violation of something when it isn't? See how that works? See what you do all the fucking time? Just say that it's a violation but it's not. So you getting up in the morning is a violation of the second law of thermodynamics. So you couldn't have possibly gotten up in the morning, right? What a dumb piece of shit you are. Hey, biggest August. How are you?
natural law because it exists.
It claims to be taken
Bill O'Reilly, what? No? Well, I have no idea where that came from.
in a place that would violate natural law.
Yeah, but what if your understanding of the second law of thermodynamics is wrong?
Which it is, because every person who does understand it knows that you have no understanding.
Then the photo wouldn't violate natural law.
Okay, let me.
Yeah, what are you shaking your head for? Why is this confused look? You could be wrong about that, and you are wrong about that. Your understanding of it is flawed, Flatzoid, because you're ignoring specific things like gravity. Important variables like gravity. You ignore that because it just enforces your religious belief. When you ignore a big part of a picture, you don't get the whole picture. You're wrong.
Let me put this. So, because of an understanding of natural law would mean it wouldn't violate. No, it doesn't care about the person's opinions and knowledge.
Right. It doesn't care about your opinion. Your opinion that gravity isn't real and that space is a violation is unimportant. It doesn't give a shit about that opinion.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
The simple fact is, Earth is claimed as a globe to be an.
No, it's measured to be a globe. It's measured, flat. So not claimed. No one's claiming it. It's measured.
Open system,
Right, open system within a vacuum. Because gravity holds our atmosphere to the Earth. That's why we can breathe. That's why it doesn't escape off into space.
adjacent in a low pressure vacuum vacuum of space. It's two separate systems.
No, it's one system. It's one system. Our atmospheric pressure decreases the higher up you go till it's just not pressure anymore. This has been proven, Flatzoid. You can do this yourself with a fucking balloon and a barometer and a way to record it. You can record the atmospheric pressure dropping. You can drive up a mountain in a car and observe a balloon decreasing or getting bigger depending on which direction you go. You can measure this yourself. But you want to ignore that.
According to the second law of thermodynamics, the gas we breathe on Earth.
No, according to the law of thermodynamics has nothing to do with gas. Nothing. Nothing to do with gas or pressure or space or vacuums. It has nothing to do with that. It's the transference of energy.
Will spontaneously evacuate to the available volume in the adjacent system.
So it would fill the other volume fully, right? Completely, instantaneously. Why hasn't it done that yet? Why hasn't your dome been filled with gas yet? Because last time I heard, you need a fucking oxygen tank to breathe on Mount Everest. I can't run for a block. When I was at my prime fittest, I couldn't run around a block, a city block in Denver, Colorado, before I was out of breath. That's because there's less air up there. And eventually, if you go higher from there, you've got no air. That's why they have to pressurize cabins of airplanes, because they're at 35,000 feet, which there's very little air. So why hasn't the fucking Atmo plane filled your fucking dome yet, motherfucker? Explain that.
That's what the thermodynamics says. It's not about my opinion.
No, thermodynamics doesn't say that. It doesn't. You're making this up.
Or my knowledge on the subject, or anybody. That's literally the law of entropy.
You know what else is a law? Gravity, motherfucker. That's a law. That's one of the primary laws. You know what else is a force? Gravity. It's one of the primary forces. So why are you ignoring one law of nature but being completely wrong about another law of nature? Why are you doing that, dipshit? That's called being dishonest. That's called being a liar. Because you've been educated on this.
The place you claiming this photo was taken has to violate that specific law.
But we have.
Not with gravity, dumb fuck. See, you ignore gravity. Gravity's that rug that brings the whole room together, right? Ties everything together. Gravity is the dude's rug. You ignore it. That's why you're confused, because you can't make it work without it. You have to make up shit like a container.
We do have a container of thoughts, and Earth is said to be an open system. That is true, because matter can escape, and
No, it's considered a closed system, but it is an open system. Matter and energy can change between the two, but not enough matter changes position, right, goes in or out, to technically call it an open system. Once space travel starts and everybody's moving in and out, then it may become an open system, but we call it a closed system because of that ratio of movement of matter.
energy can enter. That's
That exchange.
That's what an open system is. But it's not like it's not like a can of soda where you open it up and the pressure
Exactly the
forces
same. Can of
the
soda
air
is my.
to wash out and fill the vacuum and fill the available
It's exactly the
space.
same. Wait, look,
to
that's exactly the
equalize.
same. Is the pressure in the can of soda higher than the surrounding system?
Yeah,
And when you open it, what happens?
but you get a very fast change in pressure.
Yeah.
Like, it's incredibly. The pressure changes instantly as soon as you open
That's
it.
how
which
entropy
forces
works.
the gas out.
That's how entropy works, yes.
That's how entropy works.
But it's not like.
Now, entropy is just a change towards disorder. It's not how entropy works. Entropy isn't instantaneous. It's not. Doesn't have to be.
Like a sudden change in pressure separates space.
It does.
air.
If you got two separate systems, it's availability of
It's a-
volume.
But it's a pressure gradient. So the pressure doesn't instantly go from 14 to 0. That would be a violation if it did that. But it goes from 14 to 13 to 12, 11, 10, 9. Gradually, it gradually thins out to practically 0. It doesn't even reach 0, not really. Space isn't 0 pressure. Space has a minuscule amount of
Minus
pressure,
17.
sure, but
Minus 17 4.
it's well, yeah. It's basically
Let's just put it this way: space is claimed to be an ultra vacuum. We can't even mimic that on Earth.
Yeah, we can.
I was just say thank you, Queen Bee, for your £10, which says Channel support. Please smash the likes and share the show. Really, really appreciate it, Vicky. You rock. Appreciate all the support. Yeah, guys, Channel support. Now she paid for it, so hit those likes, man. Thank you very, very much, Vicky. I appreciate all the support. But like I was trying to
Hey, Wrath. He's just dumb. He just doesn't know shit. But he wants to be smart. But he can't. Because he refuses to learn. He refuses to admit that he's wrong about anything. And that doesn't allow him to learn. If you're not wrong, why do you need to know this, right? If I'm not wrong, I don't need the manual. Because I know it already. I'm always right. So how can I be wrong? So if I stick this fork in this fucking wall socket, it won't shock me because I say it won't. I mean, how do you get through life? How do you get this far in life being this fucking stupid? Seriously. Animals that are this stupid, they die. They get eaten. Because they're not smarter than the people with the teeth, with the ones with the teeth. Humans, on the other hand, you have to coddle these fucking idiots. You can't say that they're wrong, or YouTube will fucking put you on a timeout. You can't tell them that they're dumb, so that they might realize that they're dumb, and maybe not be dumb. YouTube will kick you off, right? You're bullying. If you're telling someone that they're stupid while they're saying stupid shit, that's called bullying, I guess. What the fuck? We are on our way to fucking idiocracy. We are on our fucking way. Next thing is going to be schools can't fail children because telling them that they're dumb by giving them an F is bullying them. That's the next step. You fucking watch.
say, Luca, where was it?
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, when it comes,
I mean, what happens when you hit thumbs down anymore? What does that do? Does that just light up? You say, oh, thumbs down, that goes toward the algorithm. Well, why have it? Right? Why not just have a like button? Why have the thumbs down? That's just to give you the false illusion that your opinion matters. Or why even have a thumbs up button? Just a button. I'm here. I'm here. That's it. That's all it's telling is that you're there. You watched the video. Why even have it? Right? Used to be you could have YouTube used to have a video reply where you could record a video on your phone and that would be your reply in the comments section. They took that away. Then they took away the thumbs down. You can't see, that number doesn't go up, right? You don't see how many people give a thumbs down because that would be telling the people that doing the video that they're dumb, that they're wrong, that what they're doing is not correct. And no, you can't, internet cancer, you can't tell someone they're wrong because everything you think, say, do, speak, talk about, hear, it's all right. It's 100% right. And everyone who tells you you're wrong is evil and needs to be canceled. That's what internet cancer is. It's convinced people that they're right no matter what, and everyone's wrong, and bad if they tell you you're not. We're heading for idiocracy, people.
To
And now you can't even say the word dumb in a chat, in a comment, or else it'll say, "Oh, this will be edited. Do you want to change it?" You can't even tell a person that they're dumb. You can't even give them an F in life. Schools are next.
spontaneous action.
Mm.
It's spontaneous. You know what spontaneous means?
Hello, everyone.
Hello. What's your name again?
Janusz.
Janusz.
Yes. But you understand,
Glenus.
Luca?
GLA, it's a God-loving anarchist.
Oh. Alright. I mean, not really. I don't really understand. Because for like that sound when you open up a can of soda, that's the air
That's
escaping.
yes, instantaneously, correct?
Yes,
Spontaneously.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's what entropy says will happen if you have a separate system.
Why it happens?
But lucky for us, we have gravity. See, gravity keeps that from happening. We keep trying to tell you that, but you won't listen.
Because system always aim for equilibrium. So it has to zero it out.
But one, the pressure gradient, and two, we have gravity to. Well, gravity causes the pressure gradient.
Look, I wanna
Gravity
address
makes
something
the
you said
layers.
before.
You know?
You said before about the second law of thermodynamics. It was
Yeah.
multiple times confirmed. So at
Yes,
this point,
Second law of thermodynamics. What the fuck, Amazon? Says that when energy changes from one form to another form, or matter moves freely, entropy disorder in a closed system increases. We aren't in a closed system. We're in an open system. Differences in temperature, pressure, and density tend to even out after a while. Due to the force of gravity, density and pressure do not even out vertically. Density and pressure on the bottom will be more at the top. See, this is what the second law of thermodynamics says, man. Right here. Talks about gravity, temperature, pressure. See, this is what you need to be reading, dipshit, not your Bible. Okay? You need to be reading books on science and not your Bible. And what other liars talk about what the ancients say. That's what you need to be educating yourself with. Okay?
it's
You
axiomatic, it's
understand.
axiom, it's truth. You don't question that because you can check it yourself. So you were saying, what if? We are not.
Check it yourself. We just checked it. Here. We just checked it ourselves here. Right there. See, the way, when you say check it yourself, you mean go on other flat earth channels and watch videos. That's what you mean. That's what you mean by check it yourself, right? Watch flat earth bullshit.
Not speaking
But
about what if.
the
I'm speaking about the reality.
you've got to understand that the isolated system is the universe, and the entropy of the universe does increase, but
How do you know that?
on Earth
No,
locally,
look at.
How do you know that? Because it has to.
Did you measure that yourself? How do you know it?
it will start.
So it doesn't? So it doesn't? So you're proving Flatzoid wrong when he says it does? Okay.
Explode and
That's what you
what
believe. Did you
is
observe it? Do you have evidence for that? Or you only repeat what someone told you?
well,
We have evidence for gravity. Now you repeat what someone else told you about there not being gravity, right?
Well, you
they
repeat.
they well yeah I believe what they say. Yeah, I said that
Exactly.
at the
And the
start.
belief is the
Yes.
enemy of knowledge. So you believe you don't know.
Well, I believe what they say. Can you
Exactly.
show evidence
Belief.
that
Right. Belief is the enemy of knowledge. You believe that the earth is flat. The knowledge is that it's not.
Is the
line?
enemy of knowledge. You choose to believe, then know, because it's
But,
impossible to know.
Like, can you show them lying? Can you?
No, it's not impossible to know. No. See, for uneducated people, it's impossible to know because you don't want to know, like you.
Can you show evidence that they're lying or wrong about what they say?
No, they can't, Luca. They can't. That's why they're so frustrated because they can't back up their claims, and they know that they're wrong, but they've got to stick with their guns.
Yes, there is plenty of evidence supporting claim that there is agenda to deceive.
Oh, that there's an agenda to deceive. So you're paranoid. Your paranoia is your rebuttal of all of science? Is that what you're saying? I'm paranoid. I think everyone's lying to me. So everything's wrong and I'm right.
If you would be
So what about the agenda for flat earthers to lie, to deceive? What about that agenda? You're part of that agenda. You know that? You're part of the opposite agenda to lie to people about science.
rooted in God, you would understand that was the goal. But because you don't, and you believe scientism instead of science, that's why we are where we are. That's why you all the time repeat the same things.
A motive doesn't mean that it's you like do it. Just because someone has a motive.
So what is the motive? What would be the motive to lie to children about science, about reality? What would be the motive? To make them smarter? No, I wouldn't make them smarter. That would make them dumber. To make them better workers? No. Dumb people don't make better workers. Well, I guess they would make them better workers, but it wouldn't make them better at what they do, right? If it's any kind of a technical field, right? But yet we have our science is top notch. The things that scientists create work because they use science and fundamentals of science in building them and creating them, right? If we build something that is affected by gravity or has to measure gravity or is related to gravity in any way, it works because we understand gravity. We understand the concept of it. We use that, the measurements of it, right? If we build a bridge, we take gravity into account and the forces of it, and the bridge doesn't collapse normally unless some weird force acts on it. That's what science does. That's what engineering does. That's what physics does. And you can't prove that wrong. You've tried, but you failed.
Motive doesn't mean that they're gonna do it, you know?
Okay, I just want to quickly point out to you guys the reason Luca's in here, we have to admit, is much better than Greg's chat. Luca's the only one that has the balls to come in.
Andrew said he'd come in, but you don't want him in. There's a lot of people that want to come on your show, but you've banned them from coming in because they hurt your feelings. So you're a coward. That's why we call you Mouse. If you look at the bottom right hand pick, look at the bottom right of the window. That's Flatzoid. He's our little hero mouse, so brave.
So, if you guys are moaning about Luca, you guys can come in as well. Simple as that.
Except for Andrew, right? You don't want him in there, right?
Yep. Even if Luca is constantly repeating the same things, we are still trying to explain to him those things. He doesn't like our answers, but we are speaking with him.
Right, because your answers are wrong, demonstrably, provably wrong. All of your answers are fiction, are wrong answers. Right? If you ask me what 2 plus 2 is and I say 873, that's an answer. Is that answer correct? No. If I insisted it's correct, would I be an honest person? No.
And you, yeah, like Pat said, you're complaining, but you're just only complaining. You do not come to speak with us. So, who is better, Luca or you? Luca, 100%.
Well, thank you.
You're very welcome.
But yeah, just because someone has a motive doesn't mean that they're gonna do it, you know? Like, I can probably...
Yes, those people, if you would really follow what they have done during the history of hundreds of years and the bloodlines, you would understand. And for you, it would be, again,
bloodlines. What the hell is he talking about?
axiom, because that's who they are, how they are being raised. They are raised in the families. If you've been taught something from the very early age, for you, it's natural stuff. It's natural thing. You just follow those things.
What the fuck is he talking about?
Well,
like you, because you have been taught that the Earth is a globe, you follow those things.
Oh, so you've been told that the Earth is flat, so you follow those things, right? Someone told you that the Earth is flat, you believed it, without any evidence, without any proof, without any experimentation or research. You just believed it, right? I mean, if you have proof, show it. If I'm wrong and you believed it because you have proof that it's so, present. But none of you assholes have ever been able to present. Have you?
Because to you, they told you there is a space and vacuum. You follow those things. But
right, we've demonstrated that we have space and a vacuum. It's been demonstrated. It's been measured. Show us your measurements of flat Earth, asshole. Show us a measurement of flat Earth. And shining a laser over the water isn't measuring it. Okay? If I went in to get fitted for a tux, for a tuxedo or a suit, if I was having a tailor make a suit for me, and all he did was shine a laser over my body, you think that suit would fit? You think the sleeves would be the same length? Measurements, assholes! We want measurements. Measurements of your flat Earth. That's what evidence is. Measurements, not your opinion.
But you can't reconcile the thing that on Earth we have atmosphere and the air, and next to the vacuum it should be sucked out, but it's not. So here it comes firmament.
Right, because we have gravity, asshole. We keep trying to tell you that. That's what keeps it in. That's what keeps it here. But since you want to deny something that does this every single motherfucking time, then you're confused. Well, we must have a dome because I don't believe that something is real. I don't think gravity's real. Even though I can't fly, I can't float, but gravity isn't real. It wouldn't possibly pull gas the same direction that I'm being pulled, would it? No, because gravity isn't real. So we have to have a dome that I can't prove and I don't have evidence for. and no one's ever seen or touched or measured. No, I don't think gravity's real, so we got to have a dome that can't be proven. What kind of dumb motherfuckers are these, man? These people are the dumbest bitches on the planet. That will be their legacy, to go down in history as the stupidest people to ever walk the face of the earth. Ever. In recorded history, these are the dumbest people that have ever been.
It's not even the vacuum. It's water above. But you don't want to reconcile that.
Prove that there's waters above, asshole. And don't give us fucking out of focus blobby fucking photographs of stars or pinpoints of light. That's not proof. That's just an out of focus camera that making it look like you shot it underwater. So show us proof of this waters above. I mean, all they have is their opinion, and then they say, well, science doesn't care about your opinion. What the hell? We're going to speed this shit up so I can get back to setting this area up. I guess I could do this while we're doing. I got a lot of stuff to clear off the desk. And I need to make a rack for paint. I've got like a shelving unit. I need a rack for my paint because I've got it all in the other room, and I've got a couple hundred bottles of it. I've got metallics. I've got just regular acrylics. I've got airbrush mixes. I've got airbrush paints, which are basically acrylic that's just watered down enough, thinned out. I've got model paints. I've got a lot of paint. And I need a way to like a unit that I'm thinking about cutting that thing down. Fuck. I need a way to store my paint.
Isn't Tented have?
I've got racks, but they take up a lot of space.
-17 a incredibly small positive number?
That's what Spice claimed to me.
It's not 0 though.
Even if it's true, even let's assume that this number is real. Let's say I give you this number. How do you know this number is real? Did you measure that?
What do you mean? How do you know a number is real? No number is real. There are no real numbers. Show me 5. We have representations of numbers, but when you have a vacuum gauge that can measure vacuum, then we know that that's real. See, because we've measured it, right? Like with things like this. How do I know that something is a certain distance, certain length? Well, you can measure it, right? I open this thing up. I zero it out first, right? Zero it out. And then I open it up, because I can do it this way. And I clamp it around it. And I make sure that the faces are setting flat on the faces. It's not cocked or anything. And then I look at the thing and it says 86.95 millimeters. That's the length because I've measured it, right? If someone says that's 13 inches long, I can say, no, it's not. And they say, well, yeah, it is. I say, no, it's not because I've measured it. See, that's the difference between flat Earth and heliocentric Earth, is we've measured heliocentric Earth. No one's ever measured flat Earth. So who do you think's more correct? The people that are on the side that never ever measured anything, or the people who have?
and you observe that.
Well,
And you confirm.
they apparently
No,
did.
you believe what they say.
Yes, I believe what they measure, and I have no reason to not believe them at the moment. You know?
Not from
So
me,
what-
And neither do they. They have no reason not to believe it, other than the fact that they're paranoid and they don't trust authority.
simple, because
That's the only thing standing in the way of their education is their own paranoia. Isn't that sad? That's just pathetic. I mean, every day that I get up, I set out to learn something new. These motherfuckers set out to forget something new every day. That's how dumb they are. That's how unwilling to be educated they are.
I have personal experience, I operate from the first-hand knowledge. And I have some information, some info received, first-hand knowledge. So I do not believe, I know. There's a difference, Luca. You have to understand that. So, like I said before,
So you
You have first-hand knowledge. You've never measured it, right? How can you have first-hand knowledge of something you've never measured? That you've never quantified? How can you have that? No, you have your opinion. Someone told you that the Bible said the earth is flat and you believed it. That's what you did.
you measured it.
Sorry, say it again?
Did you measure it? What are you saying? You have first-hand knowledge.
Yes,
So
experience.
So you measured
Not
it.
about the space, about God.
But,
About God? No, we're talking about space, not God. Why do these idiots insist on bringing an unfalsifiable narrative into a scientific discussion? Something that science abhors. You know, science abhors a vacuum and an unfalsifiable narrative. And religion is that. It's God of the gaps. Well, what about this? Well, God did it. Just God made a dome. So that answers that question. Yeah, God made a dome. So I don't have to discuss anything. I can just say that God did it. Right? I don't want to believe in gravity. Something else that God would have made, right? So I just believe in something else that I say God made. See how convenient that is?
that's not really what I meant. Did you measure space? Did you verify what they said? You know, to find out if that number really is the correct number? Did you do what they say you should do to verify it?
You know what Scripture says? Never trust in any man.
What, Scripture? Why are you talking about Scripture? Yeah, did you verify that they're lying about space? Have you verified it?
Only trust in God. Because man can always deceive you. There are no exceptions.
Oh, are you a man? Are you a man? Is Flatzoid a man? Is Michael Kahn and PJ Crookshank and SSUM, are they all men? Are they? Let's see. They've never measured anything. They've never been able to debunk any measurements of anything. But these men over here have. And anytime I've ever tried to verify what they've measured, I get the same result. So who do you think is being the deceiver, the deceiving men? The ones with no evidence to what they say, just their opinion, no measurements of anything, no proof of anything, or these men who have all of those things? Who would be the deceivers? Let you think about that.
Oh, it's PJ.
Hello, PJ. How are you?
Oh, good, James, sure.
Sup?
Good to see you guys.
Good, man.
Groovy. Let's go back.
I mean, he said it himself, right? Men deceive. Men will always deceive. Well, he's men. All these guys on here are men, right? And men will always deceive. No, they won't. No, they won't. Not all men deceive. Deliberately set out to deceive. Not all men do that. But you have one group of men that have been proven not to be deceivers, and then you have another group of men who have been.
Last I seen, pick up that point stuff, I was just rage quit or something. I was just
It was quite bad.
Here's the thing, so in order to disprove an experiment or disprove what they say, you need to do what they say in order to disprove it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, they do what they say because
Yeah,
they're
so
bound by the natural law and karma. They have to tell you what's their agenda,
So-
what's their
so
plan. They're bound by the rules. So they
Oh, they're bound by rules. Rules for lying? There's rules for lying, guys. See, if you lie, you have to be a little honest. That's the rule. They're bound by rules.
have to obey those rules.
So, for example, like the Cavendish experiment or the Foucault pendulum, in order to disprove that, you have to do it yourself, basically. You need to make one, and then if it doesn't show what they say it should show, then you've disproved the...
Yes, that's
disproved
what
it.
we did.
Yes, that's what Anthony Riley did. Right? He made a Cavendish experiment, but he made it wrong. He made it incorrectly, so it didn't give the result that was expected. Therefore, gravity isn't real. See, that's how they do that. That's how flat earthers do that. They do it wrong. They get a negative result, and that becomes their truth.
We did, for example, with objects in the far distance. They should be behind the Earth curvature, but they are not. So we have
Because of refraction. We've educated you on refraction, bitch. Why do you keep forgetting about that? Why do you always bring up refraction when it's convenient for you? Can you explain that? Well, you don't have to, because we already know why.
provide evidence. That's what they say. It's a total BS. Very simple.
But
Very
they
logical.
also say refraction. So you need to take refraction.
Right, they have to always bring some bullshit. So okay,
Some bullshit. How do you think you could see if you have imperfect vision? It's refraction. Refraction's real. It exists. It exists in our atmosphere. Our atmosphere is a varying density of medium. So when light goes through those different densities, it changes. Its angle changes. Flatsoids even brought it up, angle of incidence, right? Light goes into one medium and then changes its angle because it slows down. Right? It slows down, so it changes angle. And that's what it does when it goes through the atmosphere, because the atmosphere is varying density. It isn't just a sharp transition from one density to the other, like air to glass or air to water or water to glass. It's a varying thing, so it changes slightly. It keeps changing its angle, so it makes a curve, right? If you take two lines and you do that, that's an angle. That's a sharp angle. Is that a curve? No. But let's say you make 3 of them, or 4 of them, or 5, or 1,000, or 1,000,000 of those little angles, all connected. Little short segments, a little angle on the end. You do that so many times and so densely, then you get a curve. And light curves, like bends. That's why it bends. But you want to ignore that when it's convenient for you, right?
imagine you have a ship in a very far distance. It's supposed to be behind the Earth curvature, and you are zooming in to the ship on the shore. So tell me, in which second, in which point, it changes from the natural view to refraction? Where is it?
If you could zoom in on it with a telescope or a telephoto lens, then it wasn't behind the curve. We've educated you on this too. Also, if it's behind the curve, you can't zoom that back in. You can't zoom something back in once it's gone beyond the curvature of the Earth, beyond the horizon. That can't happen. You can't do it with the sun. You can't do it with ships at sea. And here's an experiment that you guys won't fucking do. You guys with the cameras, you won't do it. You won't talk about it. But you go out and you know that a boat's out there, right? Zoom in and see a boat, right? Then zoom out, right? Make sure the boat isn't moving. It's, anchored or whatever, stationary, somewhat stationary. And start zooming in. And as soon as you see the boat, as soon as you're able to see the boat, right? Stop zooming. Then have that boat move away from you and go over the curve, right? So you can't see it anymore. Then zoom in again. Zoom in more. See if you can bring that boat back. And I guarantee you fucking won't. You won't be able to bring that boat back. Because the Earth's curved and not flat. Light doesn't stop moving, stop going at a certain distance. Light's infinite. Light can go as far as it can without being blocked. It works on the Earth, just like it does in space, man. Stop being gullible fuckheads.
3 miles, 5 miles, 5.3, 7.7. Which exact moment? Which second? When it changes to refraction?
Well, the refraction's always going to be in play because you're always going to be looking through some.
I mean, refraction fucks them over on the Black Swan, but they'll never admit that, will they?
Kind of gas at the atmosphere more.
Right, but you are zooming in. So in which time, which second, how far it changes from your natural phenomena, which you can observe, to the refraction? When it happens. Tell me when, please. Because you're all the time zooming in.
I mean, technically everything is.
See, being able to bring a boat back into view with a telephoto lens, that's not refraction. You're not refracting it into view. You're just magnifying the scene so you can see it better. This guy's not smart at all. This guy's a dumber than dog shit. They all are, except for Luca.
Everything. Well, the amount of refraction you get varies.
No, I'm not speaking about the amount of refraction. I'm asking you a specific question. When exactly your natural observation changes to refraction? Yes. What's the distance?
Instantly.
What? When does your... I'm not talking... You said you're not talking about refraction, but now you say refraction.
No.
Refraction is always happening.
You still don't understand, Luca. Please listen again. I will try to explain as simple as possible. You are standing on the shore. You know that the ship is very far from you. Let's say 30 miles from you. It's supposed to be behind the Earth curvature because, as you claim, Earth is a globe, so it has to have a curve. And then you are observing through the binoculars or good telescope the ship. You are zooming in on the ship. For example, camera in the phone. Yeah. So
right. If you can see the ship, any amount of the ship that you can see has not gone beyond the horizon yet. If that ship is 30 miles away, it's going to be cut off about halfway up or more. See, the angular resolution of a ship that's 300 foot long, and some of these ships are fucking huge, right? Could be 300 foot high. A 300 foot object would have to be 500 miles away before we could not resolve it with our naked eye. That's how far. That's how well we can resolve stuff. That's how far away a ship would have to be. But yet we can't see them after 100. We can't see them after 100 miles. Why? Why, man? Somehow they get blocked like 20, 30 miles out. We should be able to see them at 500, at least 250, 200 miles. We should be able to see a ship, a shipping container vessel, at least 200 miles out. But we can't. Never can. Why is that, man? Not even with a telescope can we see them. So why is that?
You are zooming in, and you can still see it. So in which point it changes to refraction?
It doesn't.
Actually, it's all refraction because using a telescope, using that camera, is using refraction. Magnifying that image is refracting it. That's how a lens works. So your question is stupid. Your question is pointless.
Doesn't change the
But if you're talking about refraction where the light bends and looms something up beyond the horizon, that's not what's happening. You're just zooming in. It's a magnification of what is already there. It's not bringing something into view that can't be seen by the curvature of the earth. That's not what a lens does. It's not what a zoom lens does. So you know nothing about photography, but yet you guys want to argue about photography. You don't know anything about physics, but you want to argue about physics. You want people to take you seriously, but you're clowns. You don't have a clue. You don't even want to know how to get a clue. You're idiots. You want to be right. You want to be the smartest people on the planet, but you refuse to do any of the work required to be smart.
reflection.
It's fucking sad, man. We live in the age of the Jetsons, and these dumb motherfuckers want to think like Barney Rubble. It's pathetic. It's disturbing that people would choose to be this fucking stupid.
Reflection.
That's not what you claim. It has to change the
always...
refraction because you can see when your eyesight is around 1.8 meters, you can see maximum till 4.79 kilometers. So when it changes to refraction when you are zooming in on the object?
Well, reflection is always happening, so it doesn't change to refraction. It's always being.
Yes, we always have refraction. Everything is being refracted. Everything. Because we have an atmosphere. Light changes direction when it enters a different medium. That's not a different medium of matter. It's a different density of medium. The air is varying in density, therefore light bends as it travels through it. It doesn't have to be a change from like two different things, like water to water or air to glass. That's not to limit it to a change in the matter is being dishonest, disingenuous. It's also the density of what it's traveling through. Since air changes, that's your change in density, your change in medium.
Always being refracted.
Okay, so if you look at your head in front of your eyes, it's refraction, yes? You can't observe it.
Well, everything observed has refraction. Because light has to travel some distance, right? No matter where you look, light has to travel distance, which would make it reflective. But depending on the distance, you would never really...
Tell me, Biggest and Wrath, tell me if this is annoying.
know if it's refractive or not. Because if it's something...
Tell me if it's distracting from like when I talk. You're gonna hear like a horror sound.
If it's something like a centimeter away from you, you're not going to be able to tell whether or not that's refractive.
You know that makes no sense. I'm asking a very specific question. When you look at the object, which is very far from you, you are zooming in. When it changes to refraction, and it's refracting from behind the curve. When it happens, how many kilometers, how many miles, how many meters?
It's not refracting from behind the curve, dude. That's not what's happening when you zoom something in. Is that what they think? I mean, is that what they thought this whole time? That zooming something in is refracting it from behind the curve? No. Zooming in is just making something larger, making the scene larger so that the smaller things get bigger and you can see them. That's all zooming in does. It's just taking the scene and your telephoto lens is limiting your field of view to this much of it. And then taking that limit and making it bigger. You're not pulling anything toward you. It's just making it bigger this way.
Well, what's the like when does it start to get more intense, the reflection, or like when would you start noticing
So was the fan noise too loud?
it more?
I need some feedback on this.
Or
If Earth is a globe, if Earth has a curvature, so you shouldn't be able to see the object in a certain distance.
Right. But since we can, it hasn't gone far enough away. If you can zoom in on something, it hasn't gone far enough away to be hidden by the curvature. You just can't resolve it with your eyes. It's too far away to see, but it's not far enough away to go over the curve.
So are we
I mean, that's such a simple fucking concept to understand, and these people just don't want to learn, don't want to understand it.
possible that you can see it? Because it's exactly in contradiction what the globe model says. Because if Earth
No, it's not. You just don't understand the globe model. You think it's an actual model, like Legos or fucking Revel. That's what you think a model is. A model is measurements. The model is a scientific predictive model. It's a set of measurements, a quantification of everything around us. That's what the model is. You guys don't even understand what a model is, but you think you can debate the heliocentric model. You don't even know what a model is, and you think we don't know our own model. What?
Earth is a globe, you cannot see it because it has to be behind the Earth curve. So you claim refraction. So it means refraction and even like a mirror, other bullshit. So when it happens, when it changes, which moment, how many kilometers, how many miles, when?
Well, whether you could see something that's far enough away that you wouldn't normally see it due to refraction, it depends on the atmosphere, the temperature, there's specific things that create refraction, right? Temperature's one. The angle that you're looking, that's another one. Refraction changes. 7/6R is a ratio. That number can change. I mean, was it fine? Okay.
Not say no,
Like,
I can because it's
when-
bullshit.
like when it changes,
From normal
it
observation
depends on
to the refraction.
it depends on the weather that day. It depends on the weather that day, whether or not you get more of an intensity.
Okay, you
at
have
large
perfect clear
distances.
day. No clouds, very low humidity, water is nearly not vaporing. Perfect environment. When?
All right. Well, since you're not getting that much reflection, well, I guess you'd probably take the average reflection.
Don't tell me probably,
the
don't
day,
assume, tell me
so-
when.
When what?
When your normal observation changes to refraction.
Well, I have no idea what he's asking. When does your normal observation change to refraction? That's not even what are you talking about? That's not even a question. What you're seeing is always refracted, dude. Always. But I think what he's saying is, well, at what point when I zoom that in, have I changed the refraction of it so that I can see it? Because he thinks that if you can't see something with your eye, according to the heliocentric model, it's gone over the horizon. And when I zoom it in, I can see it, so I'm pulling it back over the horizon. So that's refracting it. So at what point does that happen? What the fuck are you talking about, man? You're making absolutely no sense. Because you don't know what you're talking about. You don't understand optics. You don't understand physics. You don't understand how light works. You don't understand geometry. You don't understand gravity or thermodynamics or engineering. But you think you can educate people and argue things. God damn it, man. I mean, these people really are something, aren't they?
I mean, the normal observation is always going to have always going to be refraction, so it doesn't change to refraction.
Okay, so how is possible that you can see this object which is supposed to be behind Earth curvature? How is possible you can see it?
It's not supposed to be behind Earth curvature, asshole, or else we wouldn't be able to zoom in on it. That's what we're saying. It's just too far for your naked eye to see. When you zoom in on it, you're magnifying the scene. That's what's happening. You dumb motherfucker. See, if this is the first time you people had said shit like this, I wouldn't be calling you stupid. But you keep saying it. We keep correcting you on it. We keep showing you where you're wrong about it. But you keep saying it. That's why we call you stupid. Because we've tried to be nice. We've tried to say, look, this is where you're wrong. This is what truth is. This is what the evidence says. And you say, fuck you, you're a liar. Fuck you. That's why we call you stupid. That's why we troll you. That's why we make fun of you and mock you and deride you. Because that's all you're worthy of.
We're saying refraction.
Well,
So
yeah.
if you can't explain refraction, by using
So to answer your question, at what point does it change to refraction? The answer is 8. 8. That's what it does. 8.
what diffraction.
Refraction is when light travels between two different mediums, right? The mediums, the densities, all play part in refraction. The temperature, too, you know? They all play part in...
The temperature, barometric pressure, those are the 2 factors.
how intense the refraction is. And if it's not a clear day, you're going to see a bit further, because the refraction of the light bends and stuff, so you can see a bit further. On a clear day, that's the time when you won't see it as far, because, there won't be much refraction on a clear day. No, there won't be as much bending of light on a clear day compared to a cloudy or...
Okay, there is minimum
temperature
refraction.
difference
Okay,
day.
I follow that. There is let's say, okay, let's go with your thinking. There is minimum refraction in a great day. Okay, so how is possible that we can still see this object which is supposed to be behind the Earth curve?
Because it wasn't behind Earth's curve. It's angular. The angular resolution of it, the angular size was just too small. It was too small. It hadn't gone over the curve yet.
How is possible? Before you were claiming refraction.
So what? The boat is like 20 miles
Yeah,
away,
30 or 40,
and
yeah.
you can still see
Yes.
it on a clear day? Well,
No, if he's talking about like a sailboat, 20 miles away, no, you wouldn't be able to see that even zooming back in. Say like 10 miles.
well, I'd just show me evidence of that, because you're right, that would be probably not
You
possible.
can do not probably. Sorry, because I did it myself. It was exactly 20 kilometers, and I've seen.
No, you didn't. You didn't see a boat that was 40 miles out, 20 miles out. No, you didn't. Not any kind of any size boat. Nah.
Seen even further. Object supposed to be big.
See, it'd have to be tall. It'd have to be 300 miles tall, or 300. Like it'd have to be a tall boat.
Kind of curve. It wasn't. You can do it yourself. You can do yourself observation. It's not experiment. It's observation. You can observe this phenomena.
Can you show me the?
yourself.
Can you show me this
Yes,
observation?
I have multiple videos. I don't have my own, but I can provide you multiple if you wish.
I got other people's videos. So you didn't do it yourself then. So you just lied. You just lied. You said you took a camera and you zoomed it in, right? But it's other people's videos? What about the one that you did, man? What a lying sack of shit.
Wish.
All right, sure. Yeah, I'm sure Flatshot will allow you to share screen, or depending on where the videos are.
Anyway. So I see a lot of people in chats.
So he actually thinks, and I think a lot of them do, that when you zoom something in that you couldn't see, you are refracting it back over the horizon. That's what they think. Or that's what they think would be happening if the Earth was a sphere. I mean, you can't make this shit up. I mean, this is how ignorant members of our society have become.
Guys, you can hit the likes, please. Really
I mean, this is bad.
appreciate you all coming. And anyway, it's good to see you, PJ.
Yeah, good to see you too, bro. Good to see you. What is there? Someone bringing up?
So bad.
I think Janusz was supposed to be streaming something.
Yeah, I'm looking for the link for that. Anyway, I will find a second. For some, I have found roughly around 100 examples already.
So we've shown you videos from space, but you don't believe them. You don't accept those as evidence because we didn't make them. Because we didn't make the videos, right? It's not a personal video that I made, so you won't believe it. Or it's not one that you've made, so you won't believe it. But yeah, you'll use the video you're going to show, right? Because somebody else made it. Because it agrees with your narrative. But you don't believe any other videos. Anything that proves you wrong. You don't want to believe those because they're not your videos, right? But you will believe the one that isn't your video that you're going to show, right? Ones on your channel that aren't yours, that you've just compiled. You'll believe those, but not anyone else's video.
Evidence that there is
Okay.
There are two entities in the Tanakh, in the Old Testament, and he won't be able to explain it. Yes,
This is
but,
true.
Yeah, but of course,
Two powers in heaven.
Yes, two powers in heaven, exactly. But he will be dancing around and he won't be able to explain it. He'll be, oh, that's not what it means. That's why when I will speak with him, I will request from you that you bring the Hebrew and translation. So it's even better in the Hebrew because in English version it's not as clear. In Hebrew it's much clearer.
We got another troll in the private chat just coming to try and swear at us again. Oh, shame.
Oh,
Bless.
I can't see it.
No, I already removed them before they could type the message finished.
Oh. Who was it?
Dima, or whatever their name is. It's the same person probably coming in all the time with different accounts because it's always swearing at the
I
same
dropped
thing.
for you one link in the private chat. That's exactly OI platform, which is supposed to be behind the Earth curvature. I can't remember the distance, but there are calculations
See,
over there.
Dima, there we go. See, Dima is typing. We're literally coming into what fake debate? No numbers, no evidence. See?
No numbers.
Oh, shit.
Because
Okay.
numbers mean everything, of course.
Saying just cowards. Hey, Matthew Eastman, good to see you, man. Haven't seen you in a while. 31 months. He says, message, I'm a plumber today. Hard pipe hitting, mofo. Appreciate your support, man. You rock. Glad you could make it. Dima, why don't you just actually talk? What's wrong with you? Seems the only coward is you. So your audio is up, so you can talk. Okay.
That looks like a day that's gonna bring quite a bit of reflection.
Okay, let's play it quickly for everybody.
For me, long-distance observations
Oh, hell yeah, it's a refracted day. That's not a clear day.
are the most important proof of the flat Earth. Under the globe model, all standing bodies of water, and land for that matter, must have a certain degree of convexity. Based on a globe circumference of 24,901 miles, the alleged curvature of the Earth should drop away from you at approximately 8 inches per mile squared. That approximation is very accurate up to even 1,000 miles, and is well proven with engineering software and many calculators online.
That's already wrong.
What's wrong?
8 inches per mile squared.
That's a parabola. That describes a parabola. But
Yes, it's very accurate up to 1,000 miles on your geometry.
1,000 miles.
Yes.
That's not true at all.
That's what NASA claims. You don't
It is
believe them?
true. Wait.
Luca, you don't trust NASA then, because that's what NASA says.
Wait, but
I'd
it's
say-
true though, because do you know I Can Science that channel?
I'd say it's probably accurate up to maybe.
No, Luca, do you know I Can
100
Science that
miles?
channel? Do you know that?
200
Wait,
miles?
Luca, do you know I Can Science that channel?
Science.
I Can Science that. Do you know that channel?
No.
It's a big globy channel. They did all the different equations, everything, and if 8 inches per mile squared came up to one of the most accurate geometric predictions for your globe, up to 1,000 miles.
oh, okay. So then it's accurate. So the Earth isn't flat. You're citing him, and you're citing the fact that he said that 8 inches per mile squared is accurate up to 1,000 miles. So that means the Earth can't be flat, right? That's exactly what you're saying.
I mean, that's what you guys use, 8 inches per mile squared.
Yes.
That's not.
So you question your own beliefs?
It's not really.
And no, that's not what we use. It's not what we use at all. You do. That's what you guys use. We keep saying no, 8 inches per mile squared is not accurate. It's not the correct formula. But you keep using it. And you keep saying that that's what we say. No. Same thing with Velcroed air. You keep saying all the globies talk about the air's Velcro. No, we don't. No, we don't. You gaslight. You straw man when you say that. That we say that. No, we don't. Stop saying that we say shit when we don't say it.
We use it for.
You want us to say it because it's a ridiculous thing to say. But we don't.
Thought differences, sure, but
Stop laying that rap on me, Daddy.
not long ones.
Anytime I hear anyone referencing curvature, it's 8 inches per mile square.
No, we don't. You guys do that.
I think flat earthers do that.
Oh, of course. It's always we're not the
I
one
could
with the
double
curve.
check.
We're not the one with the curve. Why would we be claiming it?
I do because the 8 inches per mile squared originally came from a flat earther
Oh, did it?
who the flat earther misunderstood something.
Okay, so if the flat earther they took the 8 inches per mile square, where did he get that from, and what was the formula before 8 inches per mile square?
Well, he took it from like one of those surveys that do short distance measurements. Like I think it was up to maybe.
Okay, Luca, quickly watch this.
The red line is the horizontal length method. My preferred method was the arc length, which is shown here in blue. Comparing that with the 8 inches per mile squared curve just above is remarkably close. The 8 inches per mile orange line lies between the extremes. Where is chord length on this graph? It's the green line, and you cannot see it. The orange line and the green line line up so perfect that you can't even see it. So
What do you have to say about that?
Well, I don't know what that graph is.
Okay, so do you think he thinks the Earth is flat there, Flatzoid? See, you're citing him. You're citing what he's saying. You're believing what he says. Do you think that he thinks that the Earth is curved at about 8 inches per mile squared? You think that may be why he was talking about this? Huh? You think that's why he may have been talking about that, because the Earth isn't flat? But you'll cite him about that, but you'll ignore him when he says that the Earth isn't flat, right? You're a dishonest piece of shit, Flatzoid. You really are.
It's the measurement for your geometry of your globe. You said 18 miles squared was flat Earth base. No, it's
And no, it's not the measurement for the geometry of the Earth. That's not how we measure the Earth. You don't understand that, do you?
literally based for
No,
your globe
I said
geometry.
I said flat Earth is
And no, when they measure the Earth, they don't use 8 inches per mile squared. That's not what they use, Flatsoid. And you know this. You've been educated on this.
use 8 inches per mile squared, but we still use it for short measurements. Yeah, like for example, we can use it for like up to 100 miles,
1,000
sure,
miles.
but not 1,000. No,
1,000 miles.
I'd say it's accurate for up to
Okay. Let me put it again.
maximum maybe 2.
You can't see things that are 1,000 miles away, Flatsoid. You can't.
200 miles.
Okay, listen what he says.
But if you're not happy that 1,000 miles is still a short distance in your book, take a look here. I've taken it all the way out to 7,900 miles. It's off by 0.03%.
What do you have to say about that, Luca?
Well, okay, that seems pretty convincing.
So it's accurate up to 0.03% at 1,000 miles. So that means that the Earth can't be flat, right? There's no sense of self-awareness with these idiots. They're like talking. It's like talking to a Trump supporter saying that's got a T-shirt saying "fuck that bitch" with a picture of Hillary on it, and interviewing him, and they're talking about respecting women. No sense of self-awareness at all. So you're saying that the formula is correct, which is you saying that the formula that the Earth isn't flat. That's what you're saying, Flatsoid. When you're citing him talking about 8 inches per mile squared, that's not a measurement of flatness, asshole. That's curvature. God, I love dumb people.
Maybe I was wrong.
Just thought I'd
I
scratch
did
at
wanna-
that.
I
He's fucking clueless.
did want to double check just to be sure, but
What's up, Sal?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Who's weird? I find it really odd, though.
Hey, Pig Slapper's back. Oh, wait, that's a different hillbilly. Sorry.
Luca, that you guys have specific geometry, and then when you get presented with that specific geometry, because it shows against observation, you want to deny it and call it flat Earth.
So you're using that geometry to back up your claim that the Earth's flat. Is that what you're doing? You just ruined your whole fucking argument, man. You just destroyed your argument, but you're not smart enough to realize that you did it. Well done.
Flat Earth has come up with it.
Well done.
No, we just use utilized geometry to show you that it doesn't work.
But it does work. See, we can demonstrate that geometry works. You can't demonstrate that flat works. You can't do that. Because that boat that's 20 miles out, you should be able to see it. You should way be able to fucking see it. Especially when it's like 300 foot tall. Definitely should be able to see it. Or 300 foot long. On a flat Earth, you should be able to see that boat way off into the distance. Even with a telescope, if it's out 500 miles or 200 miles, you should be able to pull it in with a telescope. 500 miles, you should be able to pull it in with a telescope. Because of angular resolution, man. That's how angular resolution works. But light doesn't travel that far. I can see stars that are thousands of miles away. How come I can see stars if light can't travel that far?
I heard Lucas say something earlier. He said that gravity caused a gas pressure gradient.
Comes to
Yes, it does. We've explained how it does.
No, wait a second. And I wanted to know, do you have any proof that
Yes, we do have proof of this. We have the Cavendish experiment. We know that that gravity affects gas because gas has mass, and mass is attracted to mass. We could show this with Kirlian photography, videography. We can show it with that. We can have that set up, and we can show that like carbon dioxide falls down because it's attracted to the Earth.
Gravity is the cause of the pressure gradient in the Earth's atmosphere.
Distance less, blah blah blah.
I don't think
Well,
you heard
I'm
it.
moving up. I'm constantly simplifying the exact formula.
We've explained how that works. I just explained it because gas is attracted to the Earth. Gas also wants to move in all directions, so it fights gravity and gets less and less and less of it because there's only so many gas molecules that can take up a space. And when most of it's held down where gravity is the strongest, if you go, the higher up you go, the less effect gravity has on the gas, so it can bounce and move around more freely. So you have less of it the higher you go. So we've explained this to you. Why are you asking this question? I mean, this is how fucking dumb they are. They ask a question, it gets answered. The next day, they ask a question, they ask the same fucking question. It gets answered. The next day, rinse and repeat. I mean, how do you get this far in fucking life?
Blah.
I mean, seriously.
While Luca's doing that, Dima is literally just swearing at all of us in chat the whole time, the private chat. So you're in here, Dima. Why don't you show some kahunas and talk?
Not literally show your kahuna.
Obviously.
They can't do it. They can't do
Come
it.
on, Dima. Dima's still typing in chat.
He's typing.
The formula uses
Kahunas? I think you're using the wrong word. I mean, cojones? A kahuna is a big surfer. The Hawaiian word. Cojones is balls. Think you might be using the wrong word.
Come on, Dima. Apologize for what?
Whoopee. Much more than I it works well.
Who is that?
Up to
Probably Sean Hawkins.
Okay.
Luca, if you read your stuff,
No, it's not me. I'm not Dima.
nobody
It
wants to
works.
read.
It says it works well for distances up to around 100 miles.
Well, I Can Science that took it and did the actual geometry and data and showed it's 1,500 miles.
Yep.
To 7,900 miles, it's only off by 0.03%. You think that's not accurate?
That's a small amount.
Well, yeah. As
Fact remains, it's still curved. Right?
1,000 miles would probably give you an hour of about 0.53%, maybe.
No, that's 7,900 miles. It gives that percent.
What?
7,900 miles.
I got 1,000 miles.
Oh my word!
0.53.
Literally, there we go. 7,900 miles gives a discrepancy of 0.03.
Well, I don't know. I have conflicting results here.
Yeah, ChatGPT is not always the one to go to, Luca.
Well, even if it uses sites,
Are you saying that he's lying?
I
So you're taking what he says as truth. So you believe what he's saying here. He also says that the earth isn't flat. Will you believe him there? I love that. I fucking love the dichotomy. See, it's called cherry picking, Flatzoid. And I'm sure if you went on with a video, he probably would have explained it. So it's called cherry picking. You're taking someone who disagrees with your narrative and using little bits and pieces out of context to back up your argument. That's dishonest.
I don't know, because
That's a formal logical fallacy.
I've got conflicting results, but whose results can be trusted here? I'm not sure.
I don't think it's a globe, so I don't trust any of it.
Oh.
Then why are you citing him? Why don't you think it's a globe when all the measurements have proven it is? Why? When you have no measurements of flat Earth, I've asked you for them. You still haven't presented any. Why would you think it's not? You have nothing to back up your side. No evidence to back up what you claim. But you don't think, you ignore all the evidence of everyone who's measured it. Does that make any sense to you?
I'm just pointing out this is what the globe has worked out, and according to geometry, 8 inches per mile squared is accurate to your geometry.
No, it's not. No, 8 inches per mile squared is a parabola. It's not a constant curve. It's not a circle. No, it's not. Good Lord, man. What the fuck? A parabola is not a circle. A parabola could never be a circle because the lines constantly diverge. I mean, fuck, dude.
Well, here's...
I mean, are you serious? Are you fucking serious? You think a parabola is the same as a circle? That the math is the same?
Well, the fact that I said... the fact that I said 100 miles, and I looked it up on ChatGPT, and it also says up to 100 miles, makes me more convinced that I'm right.
Okay. If ChatGPT told you was a rooster, would you believe that too?
No. It's completely irrelevant. What the fuck are you talking about?
I'd also have to say that I'm a rooster too.
You're going to have to go along with it because ChatGPT said so. Gotcha.
No, I said it before I looked it up. I said it first, up to 100 miles. I said that first.
Okay, well, even if it's only up to 100 miles, do you think you can see that far?
No.
You think you can see 1,500? I can see thousands of miles, man. I can see up to, I don't know, millions of light years. See all those stars in the heavens? You know what those are? That's light that's coming from places that are millions of light years away. Just getting to us. And if any of those had planets around them that had life, that's billions of generations. We are seeing things billions of generations old. Now, what kind of God would you want to worship? A God that can do that? That can create a universe that immense? Or some God that just makes mud pies, puts them under a dome? Which one would you want to worship?
No.
No. Okay, so it's irrelevant. Anything past 100 miles is irrelevant. In fact, much before 100 miles is irrelevant, especially when we're talking about 8 inches per mile squared, isn't it? So your focus on the.
Then why can't we see a shipping vessel 100 miles out? Why can't we see that? 100 miles isn't irrelevant, or 100 miles is relevant, right? Shipping vessels big enough to be able to be seen hundreds of miles out. Why can't you see it at 100?
Minutia of this doesn't invalidate the observation.
Well, I guess if it would have to be like extreme
He's trying to be smart and shit, talk big words.
conditions, but on a regular day, probably you wouldn't see anything beyond 100 miles.
They wouldn't even see 100 miles, bro. You're not going to be able to resolve anything at that distance.
No way.
Really? Depending on how big it is. So you haven't done the math, have you? I have. I'll be right back. our local Safeway, hey, Real Cygnus, our local Safeway has just started carrying gochujang paste. It's a fermented red pepper paste. I think Korean. And it is really good. It's like not too spicy, but it has a good pepper flavor. And you can make a sauce with it that will fucking knock you on your ass. It's good shit. Well, I'm doing 1 day a week of Flatzoid. I've had that request. So we're doing 1 day a week of flat. We're gonna have Mouse Mondays. That's the Flatzoid portion of the week. And then on the weekends, I'm going to be gaming, and for the rest of the week, I'll be painting and doing just other shit. So I'm getting my paint set up, my studio, my Beats Lab here on the desk where I stream. So I'll be able to do that. I still need to plug in the compressor. I got to clear out underneath the desk. I got stuff under there that will get in my way. And I've got my airbrushes here. I guess I could do this. Yeah. Well, you can't see it. But right over here is the paint hood. And then I've got my airbrushes mounted to the desk here. And they aren't like it right in front of me like I'd like, but so I can just swivel my chair. I also ordered this for my other camera, the one I used to use for streaming. Yeah, I ordered this so I can clamp it to the desk right next to the thing and do overhead shots, or stream what I'm doing, what I'm painting, what I'm messing with. So it should be a good setup. If I can get the thing to use both cameras. I had a problem before, so I'm going to try and get two cameras working at once. So anyway, and yeah, I'd like to do one thing. I'm trying to do is I was given a model knocked a can on the floor. I was given a model, a hot rod model from my from the neighbors. The family of my neighbor that died, it used to be his father's. His dad made it. Put it together, painted it, and it's the flying eyeball, but it's missing a wing. Right, this is the one for this side, and it's supposed to have a wing for the other side, and they said they couldn't find it. So what I'm thinking is I might be able to model it in Blender and 3D print a set, like model it and then mirror it and then print both to replace this one. But my modeling skills suck. But I'm going to try. So that may be a day where I just do 3D modeling. That might be an idea. But I like the car. He did a good job. When I get better at airbrushing, I might do like a flame job on the side. But yeah, and this was like a model you could buy in the store. And he painted it and put it together. This thing would probably sell for $200 on eBay. How does it work? But yeah, I'd like to get it. I'd like to print a new set of wings for it. Get it working. They also gave me this. This is an original. An original plastic. This is from like the 60s. This is like the original Rat Fink. And a model that you would buy at the model store, assemble and paint. I checked this on eBay or Etsy, and they're like hundreds of dollars. I'm holding hundreds of dollars in my hand right now. I like the one that I'm painting for. I like the newer ones better, the model that I print. But this is the original Rat Fink. And he gave it to me. I said I liked it. And I guess he told them to give it to me. But yeah. But anyway. But hopefully I can get back into painting, get back into art. I used to draw really well. I just stopped doing it. And I don't do it anymore. I do want to try out this. This is it's acrylic ink. It's an art acrylic ink. The finest acrylic ink. So I guess the acrylic particles are ground so fine. It's black, and I think it comes in different colors. But this stuff is dense. It's ink. It's not just like a paint. That's why that's what I have on my fingers. But it's so if you're doing like really fine detail work, this stuff is like drawing with a pencil. It's like drawing with a pencil or like an ink pen. So hopefully, it's supposed to. This airbrush here is supposed to put a line down that's like a hair's width. And a good line, not just kind of looks like a line you painted. Just the workmanship on this thing is just par excellence. Just no faults. There's nothing wrong with this thing at all. I've looked it over and I cannot see a flaw in the finish, in the plating, nowhere. This is the closest thing to perfection that you will see. It's German. It's fucking German. That's all you got to say. And if I get good with that, eventually I want to get a Harder Steenbeck. Can't remember which airbrush it is. It's the one that everybody wants. Where is it? Infinity, I think. Yeah, the Infinity. This one. Yeah, here it is. This is the prize. The Harder Steenbeck Infinity. Anyway, that's the shit. I mean, it's not that expensive. They're $280. You can get the 2-in-1. What's the 2-in-1? Probably 2 different cups or 2 different needle sizes. I don't know. Yeah, you get 0.25 and 0.44. Titanium nozzle. 2 mil and 5 mil. But yeah, I'd save up for that. I mean, I haven't bought a whole bunch of stuff this month, so I could probably afford to buy this right now. But yeah, this is a nice brush. Just pretty. Anyway, back to this horse shit.
What's up, Anson?
But I'm waiting to hear what you said about you said that you claimed that gravity was the cause of the pressure gradient in our atmosphere, and I would like to see the proof of that.
I mean, it depends on your height as well, actually.
Well, yeah, okay. Your height, whatever. Prove that gravity is the cause of the pressure gradient. Prove that gravity has any effect on a gas behavior at all.
Well, as you go higher,
No, I didn't ask you to speculate. I was asking.
Because gas has mass. Mass is attracted to mass, as proved by the Cavendish experiment. I mean, if you weren't dumber than dog shit, you'd understand it. But you don't understand it because you're dumb. You're just fucking stupid, man. Stop being stupid. Stop being a dumb motherfucker. That would be my best advice to you. Stop being a dumb motherfucker.
For the proof of your claim that gravity is what's responsible for the pressure gradient.
Right.
Not your speculation on it, not your hypothesis of it, the actual. Surely someone has done the proper scientific experiments to validate this claim, right?
Yes, they have. The Cavendish experiment. That validates that mass is attracted to mass. That's the proof right there. Right? If I take fire and I burn something, I can speculate that if I put fire over there, that thing's going to burn too.
Well, we have pressure gradient, right? The pressure gradient should be enough.
Well, no, it's not enough. It's not enough.
Why?
You're just stating something that exists and then making up your reason for it existing.
Exactly. We're in a dynamic system. You can't just say.
No, that's not what. Jesus Christ.
So what's the other explanation?
Well, no. I don't need another explanation because false.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. If you're going to claim that something isn't what it is, you have to have something to back up your claim.
Falsification is independent of
That's horseshit. Falsification is independent. Fuck you. If you're going to say you're wrong, you have to prove that you're right. So you just can't say, oh, you're wrong, and have done with it. No, you have to prove that they're wrong. You have to show something that works instead. That's how shit works, man. That's how shit works.
A replacement. You understand that? So you've made a claim that gravity is the cause of the pressure gradient in our atmosphere. Where is the proof that gravity is responsible for this pressure gradient?
Cavendish. The Cavendish experiment proves that mass attracts mass. Gas has mass. The Earth is a huge mass. That's why gas is held to the Earth. Not too hard to fucking comprehend, dude. Not too difficult. Pretty simple.
Well,
I mean, kids understand it. Why can't you?
our understanding of what gravity does.
Like I've been told that air falls, right? So we should be able to take a
Yes, air is held to the Earth by gravity.
gob of air and drop it in a vacuum chamber maybe and measure how fast it falls or something, right?
I mean, if you grab carbon dioxide, which is heavier than oxygen, and you tip it, and if you grab it in like a tube or something, and you tip it over,
Why are we
then
using
you'd see the air go down.
Why are we using a tube?
Yeah.
Because a cup holds a gas that's heavier than air. It will hold it. You can't pressurize the gas in that cup. You have to have it contained. But a cup is not a gas container. Okay? A cup is not a gas container. A cup can't stand pressure.
Why don't you just take a hand? Hold on, wait a second. Just take a handful of carbon dioxide.
But it would escape.
Well, why?
It needs to be.
Why don't that?
If you're asking why, you're stupid. If you're asking why, you're stupid. This could be the only explanation for it. Or else you're just acting stupid just to try and make some point.
Having you go ahead and hold it there. You put it there, right?
It needs to be contained somehow.
Kind of force applied to it.
It would be very difficult to hold it in your hand without it escaping. You'd need a container.
It's almost as if.
Tell you, if I held my hand like this, if I cup my hand like this, you could fill my hand with sulfur hexafluoride. And I could hold it there for quite a while. So I can make a pretty good seal. I can hold water in my hand. It would seep through after a while. But I could do that.
A gas needs physical containment or
I said that.
volume.
Gas needs physical containment, as in a sealed bottle that can withstand pressure, to have pressure. Gas pressure is not atmospheric pressure. They're created by two different ways. One is created by gravity, our atmosphere, and the other one is created by physically forcing a gas into a container smaller than what it would normally exist in. Pressurizing it.
Jeez, that's crazy. So anyway, back to the thing of gravity causing that. And if what you're saying is true, then we would have layers of different gases.
Yeah,
starting
we
from the
do.
most dense.
If you go high enough up, all you have is hydrogen. It's the only gas that's up there. Hydrogen, have to go through the list. But yeah, at some point, the air, our breathable air just stops being there. But there's still hydrogen out there. A cloud that goes past the moon. So I mean, yeah, that we do have different layers. But since gas is miscible, gases can mix with each other, then we don't have a separation of gases. They all want to combine and bounce off each other. That's why we have a mixed atmosphere of nitrogen, oxygen, argon, whatever.
We don't.
Yeah.
We have a mix.
What?
We have,
Yeah,
we
we have a
no,
compressor gradient.
no,
We have the gradient.
we have a mixture of gases.
I mean, when you don't understand how gases work, man, why are you fucking arguing gases? You don't have a fucking clue about what you're speaking of. Right? You don't have a clue. You don't know how gas works. I mean, you idiots want to say, well, gases aren't bonded. Noble gases aren't. All other gases are. See, you don't know that much, but you want to fucking say it like, oh, I'm a smart person because I can say this. You're just an idiot. You're idiots. You don't know the first thing about what you're talking about. But you're fucking entertaining. I'll hand that to you.
Higher
in a gradient.
concentration of some of the gases at the lower altitudes.
In a gradient.
Not like a layer
we
cake.
have
You're
different
throwing
gases.
out like, oh, here's this gas and it stopped.
I tell you, if you open up a crack in the earth where carbon dioxide has been or is, and you let that out, you'll have a definite layer between it and our atmosphere. It'll fill a depression in the earth. People have died. Entire villages have died because of shit like that. So yeah, if you have a different gas that doesn't readily mix with air, or you have enough of it that it can't mix that quickly, yeah, you're gonna have a different layer, dipshit.
Here and then there's this gas and then there's this gas and then it's not how it works.
Because they have different weight and different density and so on.
Right, if that's not how it works, then why did you fucking bring it up? If you knew that's not how it works, then why did you bring it up? Because gases mix. That's why we can breathe. That's why we breathe nitrogen and oxygen and carbon dioxide and all the other gases, argon, xenon, whatever's in the air. They all mix together, man. You know, if you take fucking jelly beans, you pour them into a fucking bucket, they aren't going to separate. They all want to mix together.
So, like Sophie is saying, there will be layers of different gases.
There are.
There are not.
And not.
Mixtures.
Gradient is not the layer of different gases. You're mixing.
Well, carbon dioxide. If you scan for what.
Right, but we have different densities. It's less and less dense the higher you go. Will your Sentinel be ready for Halloween? Yeah. Yeah, smart ass. Yes, it will. That's going to be one of the things I'm doing in the thing. Fucker.
What gases are low to the ground, you're always going to find carbon dioxide.
So, well, why is that? Because of and
I know I've taken way too long on it. I'm not. Yeah, I admit that.
how is that? That's because of gravity.
and the fact that carbon dioxide.
Yes, all the shit with air pressure and barometric pressure, that's gravity, man. It's all gravity. You keep saying, well, yeah, the answer to everything is gravity. Gravity and refraction. It's like, well, when you talk about shit you couldn't normally see, it's refraction. Everything you talk about, those are the answers to your questions. Why does this happen? Gravity. Oh, I know. Why does this happen? Gravity. Well, I don't like that. Well, too fucking bad. You don't get to fucking like and you don't get to make whatever you like or dislike reality, man. It's not how life works.
That is heavier than oxygen.
Okay, there you go. You're kind of on the right track.
Yeah, it's more.
So it's not gravity deciding that this one's going to stay at this layer, and it doesn't stay at.
So do you think that if gravity was real, I can't believe I'm saying that. You don't think if gravity was real that the gases would separate into layers? Is that what you think? That if there were this magical force of gravity that works on gas, that gas would separate into layers? Is that what you're saying? Fucking shit. Holy crap. That is what he's saying, isn't it?
Layers either.
Well, according to.
Now I'm fucking with me. I've spent way too long on it. I deserve to be mocked.
According to W equals M times G. That's weight, right? Would you agree? That's what they say weight is calculated by. It's M times G.
Or M
and
times
that gives
A.
you the weight.
More M times A would work too.
Well, yeah, M times A would work.
Okay, so
too.
G doesn't mean
would be the acceleration in this
doesn't mean
case.
anything at all other than the weight of the rate of acceleration. That's all.
Well, yeah, A would work too.
See, my formula for dropity, for flat Earth gravity is density, density plus up times mass over buoyancy. If you spell that out.
Because
So that doesn't mean that gravity, just because you use the word and formula, does not mean
Dropity. No, it's dropity equals negative up times mass over buoyancy. That's what it is.
that is a cause or even a thing. Because it's
Well,
a G.
do you have
What
enough-
does acceleration start with? It starts with an A, right? So why are we using a G?
Because G is the value that is the name of the variable we've given the constant gravity. That's how it works. Normally, when you talk about gravity, you give it a G, right? Density would be D, right? Time would be T. See, it begins with the first letter. Normally, there's variations on that when you get into a little Greek lettering.
Well, it's
We're using the first letter of every other component except for acceleration. Why? Why do we
well,
have to?
because acceleration.
Because an acceleration is what it is. Gravity is that acceleration. Gravity is that acceleration. Not too hard to follow, man. Not too hard to understand.
Acceleration can be caused by different things.
Yes, it can, and those are measured.
Like
in
a car can
what kind of
accelerate
forces?
forward.
What kind of forces are experienced? Like when an airplane turns, a
It's
jet
just
fighter
using
turns.
G, simplify.
It
Simplify
increased
things
the
better.
weight because of the G force, right?
If we said M times A, that A would be too broad. It could mean lots of different things. That A.
It
So
could.
we say M times
Like,
G.
what could it mean?
Make it
Like what could it mean? What other kind of acceleration is applied to an object that's not being affected by anything else?
Well, it just makes things easier to understand.
No, it doesn't.
Because
It just reinforces your idea that there's some kind of a magical thing called gravity. That's all that does.
Can magic do this? Can magic do this? No, it's not magic, man. It's not magic.
That's all that's for.
I mean, do you know what a wizard is? You know what a wizard is or was? He was the magic man, right? He was the person who sought knowledge and wisdom and experimented with nature. He's basically the first scientist. And you know who called him the magic man? All the dumb people. So every time you call it magic or call one of us magic, because we do science, we take that as a compliment and an acknowledgement that you're dumb. You're one of the dumb villagers.
we could say M
Doesn't
times
mean that
A.
gravity exists. I could use a U. Okay, acceleration due to unicorn shit. Would that make much sense? Just as
No, it wouldn't make any sense at all because unicorns don't exist and gravity does. So we've quantified gravity. We've demonstrated that its mass attracts mass and unicorns aren't real. So that's a dumb argument.
as much.
It would. It would.
Oh,
It's almost as dumb as the argument of, well, if you didn't know something, how would you know it? If no one had told you about something you didn't know, how would you know it? That's as dumb as that.
Anything.
But anyway,
Yeah.
regardless of that, and your postulation that because you think that mass attracts mass for some reason, yet there's no mechanics known as for why that could possibly happen.
Okay, but it happens. It happens. People didn't know why people got sick. We just thought it was demons or some shit, right? Until we figured it out. Now we know that germs exist and bacteria, microbes. We know that those things exist now because we gained the technology and the understanding to realize it. and to discover them. So we don't know what gravity is. We don't know how it's created, but we can measure it. We can quantify it. We can use its calculations in everyday life. We don't have to know why it happens. It just does. Deal with it. I mean, we don't know till we will. One day, someone will crack it open. Someone will understand it. Quantify it. And then we'll understand why gravity exists, how it's created. And we may be able to fucking fly then. Until then, deal with it, dude. You don't have any different explanation for it. Any explanation you've given gets knocked down. So why are you so pig-headed about this? Why do you people not want to accept gravity is real? I mean, it seems like a pretty obvious thing.
Other than your belief of that, okay? What scientific evidence is there that gravity is the cause of the gradient?
Cavendish, motherfucker, Cavendish. That'd be a good t-shirt. Cavendish, motherfucker, Cavendish.
And if it was the mass attracting mass, why doesn't it all just collect here at the fucking ground?
Because gas is light.
Yeah, so
Some
you still say it
gases
has
are light,
gravity.
but-
Gravity's affecting it, right?
But you said that the gas is not falling away from the Earth. So you said that the
you'd
gravity
run
is
into
affecting
you'd
gas.
run into buoyancy. You'd run into like the density tower, which flat earthers bring up, right?
No.
Some
Oh, are you talking about
gases
the
are dense
fluids,
enough,
the
so
different
they
fluids?
rest on top.
Okay, you're talking about the fluids and the different objects in it. Yeah, it's a great demonstration of a relative density.
You could think of gases.
No, it's not relative density disequilibrium. If it was relative density disequilibrium, they would separate under free fall. But they don't. They stay mixed up. You know why? Because you've come to equilibrium with the force of gravity. You're moving at the same rate. Everything is moving at the same rate. Since everything falls at the same rate, it doesn't want to separate. That just destroys your RDD, fucks it in the neck. That's what it does. If you take gravity out of the situation, your relative density doesn't fucking work.
As acting
You
the same
can't, though,
way
because
as the
gases
fluids
don't
in
go
the
into
density
layers
tower.
like that, Luca. Gases
they
in their atmosphere. No, they don't. You don't just
Yes,
suddenly
they
pop
do.
up out of there's no oxygen at all, or very little. You don't just suddenly pop
There
into a
would be
layer.
very
of
little oxygen. That's
You
why
don't
we
just
have
suddenly
trouble breathing
pop
on
into a
top of
layer.
Everest.
Would you mind if I ask a question to Luca?
No, it's because it's a continuous gradient. It's not one, like, what, 14 pounds, 5 pounds, 2 pounds. No, it's a gradient. I guarantee you, go up a mountain in a car, get high enough, you'll start gasping for breath. That's how it works, man. People didn't go through layers of air going up Mount Everest. It's a constant thing. It's gradual. These people are dumb. Holy fuck, how do you be this fucking dumb? Seriously. And you're proud of it. This motherfucker here is proud of being this stupid. I got as far away from education as I fucking possibly could because I'm smart. Everyone else dumb. I'm smarter than them because I dropped out of school.
Fucking Chong motherfucker, dude. Seriously, you
so
are
you know-
dumb.
so Well, on Mount Everest, you'd have very difficulty breathing. Since there's
Wait, but Luca, have you heard of CO2 pooling before?
pooling,
CO2 pooling.
like pooling into what? Like a
CO2
container?
goes and it pools together and it stays at a place for a while. It's very deadly.
Oh, you mean dry ice?
Yes, till it mixes in with the oxygen, till it dissipates. You put a bunch of ink If I were to drop this bottle of ink, dump it into a tank of water, it's going to make a black pool at the bottom till it eventually mixes together. What's your point? That's fluid dynamics.
Ice.
No, CO2 pooling. Okay, it's very deadly.
Dry
It's
ice
a-
is just dry
No,
ice
I'm not
is
talking
carbon
about. I'm not
dioxide.
talking about dry ice. I'm talking about CO2. Okay.
Yeah, that's
The
CO2.
pooling. It's invisible. It sits there, and usually happens when fracking happens or whatever. Anyway,
Well, yeah,
sometimes
dry-
you get
dry
animals
ice
that
is-
walk through there and they end up dying, or even little children or whatever, because it's invisible. But my question to you is, why doesn't that CO2 stay there indefinitely? Why does it eventually disperse?
Because it mixes with air. It's miscible. It's called miscibility. It's why water can mix with other things. What's your point?
Like, is it like it contained? If it's not contained, then it's going to disperse.
No, my point is, so gravity isn't holding it, because if gravity was really pulling the gas down, it would never disperse.
Well, there's other factors other than gravity that could make it disperse.
Well, if gravity didn't do this one thing that I don't understand, then it doesn't exist. Oh my God, man.
It's not just gravity. There's more. There's like other.
I mean, are we done with this shit for the day? I mean, it's just unbelievable. We got another hour. Does anybody else come in? There's Brenda.
Fine.
Well, what kind is it?
It's
And remember, they're not bigoted. They're not bigots at all, right?
Hello.
Oh, I didn't think I could be heard. I didn't think I could be heard. I was testing my mic. I thought I couldn't be heard, so I'm sorry about. I thought I couldn't be heard. So.
How's it going, Brenda?
Hello, Brenda.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt. I was just testing my mic, and I didn't know I could be heard.
No stress. People are moaning anyway that because just Solve and Luca are talking, apparently all the flat earthers are against Luca. So good to see another globe on.
I'm not against anything. I'm asking simple questions, man. That's all.
No, you're not asking simple questions. You're asking stupid questions because you're a simpleton. There's a difference.
Okay, is that you people take questioning your
No,
nonsense?
we don't have a problem. We don't have a problem.
as being
Offended.
mean or something. It's not.
Yeah, we're not offended. We don't have.
Okay,
we're not
good.
offended.
No.
We don't have a problem.
So
it's okay.
Anyway, Luca, you said there was a sort of containment.
God damn.
It's not the
What?
physical kind.
Well, what kind of a containment of a non-physical nature would be suitable to contain a gas or a mixture?
Well,
Gravity, asshole. Gravity. Deal with it. I mean, how can we put it any clearer? It's fucking gravity. The Earth is a sphere. It has a gravitational field. Gas is affected by gravity. It holds the fucking everything to it. That's how it works. It's not hard to understand if you're not dumber than dog shit.
well, let's say, for example, you're like it's a force basically. Let's say that
Wait, there's a force.
Yes, we come now with gravity.
Yes,
yes,
I gotta read this
things
chat out
down.
quickly. Thank you, Vicky, for your £5. Says troll suck, but QME sucks. Poop.
Yes, they are absolute tools. Just they're fucking ignorant. They think they're smarter than everyone else about everything. They're just sad, pathetic, nothing people. Just trying to be something. They're trying to be smarter than smarter people.
Thank you for the super chat, Vicky. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
get
problem
it
with
to
QNP is he can't decide which side of the fence he is.
That's right.
You're right. I should have just came right out and said gravity.
I think QNFE attacks both sides.
Yeah, so
I've
one
seen
side.
him- Yeah, well, it's not about sides. I think he
thought-
attacks Globers when they make mistakes, and he attacks flat earthers when they make mistakes. I haven't double checked everything that he said to make sure that everything he says is correct. But the idea, I think, is that he will criticize or attack anybody that makes erroneous statements, and I think that is an admirable stance to take.
And then you go to his channel and it looks like a troll channel.
I have no idea. I just know that the criticisms that he's levied have been accurate. And if he attacks both sides equally, then that is admirable.
Okay. Let me bring up a video he made about me. Tell me if this is admirable.
Okay, fair point, Linda. Fair point.
Attacking is not admirable at
Good
all.
point.
If he's doing it fairly, fine, but attacking, no.
Yeah, by attack, I just mean criticizing.
Criticize is fine.
And
Criticize is fine.
criticizing and debunking, the errors that flat earthers make. And if he's doing the same thing
I'll attack him.
for globe earthers fairly, then that's okay. But I can't 100% vouch that everything he says is correct, though.
Certainly isn't.
Okay. Let me bring up a video he made of me recently, and you tell me if this is admirable.
Are you still a retard?
Okay, watch this. Tell me if this is admirable.
I need to make a confession. I have a circumcised dick and a prayer shawl.
I do know what's written on the prayer shawl. Ball when they were playing dodgeball with me, and I
Flap, for fuck's sake.
oh, hell.
And my son's name is Eli. And he likes when I read a Bible story in Hebrew to him.
Okay,
Okay, my point is,
Flatsoid thinks he's some sort of Hebrew scholar.
does that look like anything other than just trying to be trollish?
Just humiliation, man. It's all you're worthy of. It's all you're worth. Just being humiliated. We've tried reasoning with you. We've tried educating you. You just don't want it. So that's all we do. We just make fun of you.
I mean, it's the laughs, right?
I mean, I prove you wrong in real time. When you bring something up, I research it. I prove you wrong in real time, right then. And then I humiliate you because you're so dumb. It's fun.
It's obvious. So
No, when he says makes the sexual comment, that's obviously trollish and inappropriate.
Yeah.
Well, that's his kind of how can I put it, content. So no, when
It's
everybody
not
says
entirely that. It's not all that. It's not all that.
Okay, Karen, watch it.
The Bible in Hebrew.
For many years, I pretended to be a Christian, but in reality, I am a Jew with a tiny penis.
Oh my God. Holy shit.
No, I didn't get it. Some family friends got it for me.
And I'm a fan of the Israeli Defense Force.
Oh, come on. It's the laughs.
Do you support our army, brother?
David, yes.
Are you following the Israeli Defense Force on Twitter?
Yes, Mr. Netanyahu. My wife is chubby and fat, and she have a crush on black guys with big dicks.
Hello, fellow Jews.
What's that all about?
Eli must be
So guys, tell me, is
What the fuck? I get a video taken down because I say PJ Crookshank is stupid. That video gets taken down. But this shit gets kept up? What the fuck? What the fuck, YouTube? Are you kidding me? Using AI to fucking impersonate him? That's way against the fucking rules. But calling someone dumb in the title of a video, oh, that's beyond the pale. Give me a fucking break.
that to you anything other than just disgusting trolling?
Well, it looked like fair enough.
I mean,
Do you follow the IDF on Twitter?
No.
I mean, it's probably all true. But seriously.
Yes, I do follow
What
IDF on Twitter.
difference would it make if he did? What difference would it make if he did? What's that got to do with the price of butter? Nothing.
So he does follow the IDF on Twitter.
What does
Oh
that
my
got to do
God.
with?
But it is true that Flatsoid farts on orphans.
What
Here we
you're
go.
putting out, Brenda?
13-year-old Brenda has emerged.
So Brenda, can you concede then your claim that QNFI is an upright guy that just how can I say? What's your words exactly?
You don't remember? It was only
No,
a few
I want to
seconds
hear
ago.
what the words
Was
exactly.
it not
Like the
admirable?
memory of a goldfish.
Admirable. Yeah, he was
Admirable. There you
admirable.
go.
Was this admirable
Memory of a goldfish.
to you, Brenda?
No, I don't think that person. is
Okay,
accurate.
well that's his content. So don't
No,
come
it's
to
not.
bullshit
It's
with me
not.
next time and tell me
It's not
it's
his
admirable.
content.
He does a lot of that type of content. He does.
Yeah,
That is his
it's
content.
not
That's
totally-
literally
it's
his
not
content.
totally his
And most of the thing he just says, "You piece of shit," is all he really says, and then laughs.
That's true.
Crazy man.
Retard.
So no,
I mean, Flatsoid is right. He is right there. He just says, "You piece of shit," and then laughs. Kind of like what you guys do. About everything you say, you laugh. Right? PJ does it a lot.
QNFI is a
So
piece
do you
of shit.
follow the IDF? Keith?
No, I don't. Yes, I do follow the IDF.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
I think the IDF is so great, Brenda.
Do you?
I'm not even
I
on
think they're
Twitter
guilty.
anymore.
I think they're
Brenda.
guilty of war
I'm
crimes.
not even on Twitter anymore. If you know anything about it, my Twitter was hacked ages ago, so I don't
I'm
use
not.
Twitter anymore.
I don't go on Twitter or X either.
And what's wrong with following the IDF, Brenda? Do you have an issue against the IDF, Brenda?
Nothing, but it would be his accusation that you do. So you do. You
No,
said
no.
you do.
He's educated. Did you hear what he said about me?
IDF. Never really think about it.
And what he said about my wife and my children, and putting personal information of my child being born to everybody to see.
Well, you put that on the internet.
I didn't put that up there.
Yeah, you did. Yeah,
I
it's
didn't put
public.
that up
It's
there.
Apparently, it's
That was a birth announcement. It looked like a birth announcement. You didn't put it up there?
public. Otherwise, he
Got a
wouldn't
lot
have
of
done
I
it.
didn't put it up there.
Got a lot of glurf.
No, where did he get it from?
Bravo, Brenda. Bravo. You just make shit up and hope it sticks.
Where did he get it from?
What? You just make shit up and hope it sticks? Really? Is that what she does? just her? Okay. What shapes the Earth, man? Is gravity real? Do you know what the sun is? What about the moon? Is it a light source? Put out physics-defying cold light?
I didn't put it up there, so where did he get
Where
it
did
from?
he get it from?
I'm
I
not
don't know.
asking.
Where did Toon find my wife's email address at?
I mean, they say that I just lost my train of thought. I
How
don't
did
know.
you get that? Huh?
Something about cold light and the moon and shit. Never mind.
How did he
It
go
was
about
public. It was
stalking?
public.
How did
It
he
was
go
made
about
public.
stalking? No, it wasn't public.
Yeah, it was. It was. Made
No,
public.
it wasn't. No,
Yeah, it was.
no, it's not.
It was easy.
And I defy you to show me. I defy you to show me where it's public. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, you
It
can't
doesn't matter.
because you just throw shit and hope it sticks to the wall. That's all.
Well, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. This is
That
all
just
you
goes
got.
to
This
show
is all
what
you
you
got
guys
is your
are
faux
about.
outrage. Is your faux
It just
outrage
goes to
over
show what
personal
you guys
attacks.
are about.
But you people
You're
attack.
childish-
You people
you're
attack other
childish
people.
little.
You can talk about
childish
attacking.
little shits.
You can talk
You
about
don't
attacking.
understand
It's not
facts.
Well, that's
whatever.
all it is. That's all you
You're
have.
attacking, Brenda.
This here is all you have.
Yeah, you're childish little children. You're just horrible, childish little snips
Christ.
that
Then
can't
plenty
deal
of
with
show
the fact
examples
that
of
you're
the
fucking
factors.
So you're childish little children. Says the guy who just kept saying the same thing over and over again just to drown her out. That's what a child does, man. That's what a child does.
wrong. You're
Are you gonna
wrong,
cry?
Brenda. On every
I have
level,
the
you're
same
wrong.
idea.
And Luca, you never answered my question. Is there an experiment that verifies your claim of the
Well,
gradient
I
of pressure
think-
being caused by gravity?
Yes, Cavendish. Cavendish is that experiment. But you deny Cavendish. So you keep being confused. See how that works? When you ignore all the answers, you keep wondering why no one's giving you the answers.
Well, we
Or is
know
did you
that.
pull that out of your ass?
Well, we know that mass attracts mass, right?
Well, no, you think mass attracts mass,
No,
but
we
that's
do know
okay.
that. That's absurd.
Let's assume
No, Cavendish has proved that mass attracts mass. Cavendish did that.
that it does. Now, what experiment verifies that air pressure and a volume of air can be contained with any other means than physical containment?
Well,
Gas has
then
mass.
mass attracts mass.
I don't
Should
give a
be
shit.
enough
You got
to prove
how do you
that.
get a massive?
I don't give a shit. Well, see, that's your problem. Someone gives you the answer you're looking for, and you say, I don't give a shit. Then why did you ask the question? If you're going to ignore all the answers given, why ask the question? Just to be a smart fuck?
Of gas without a containment.
Okay, before we do carry on, I just want to read the super chat. Thank you, Bruce, for your 2 Australians. I'll debate you on the Trinity on a formal debate. You're on. Email me at flatwith@gmail.com and we work out a date.
I
Okay, go on.
have a stream idea. I have a stream idea you could do.
I mean, that's just as dishonest as you can get, man. Here's a question. Here's an answer. Fuck, I don't care. Seriously?
Okay.
It's where you go over to flatearth.ws.
Oh, Brent,
I mean, if someone did that to you, you'd be pissed off. You'd be like, yeah, motherfucker. Seriously, let's fight. Okay, let's fight. Well, I don't want to. Yeah. How would you feel? It's the same thing.
Brenda,
What? I'm not doing anything.
there's a message for you from QNF.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, I'm not available.
Lucky.
People rejected.
No, I think QNFE makes some good
Playing
points
hard to
there,
get.
and he makes fun of people like you, who are compulsive liars.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
You
now
don't think? You don't think? Hold on, wait a second. You don't think?
Yes, you're a compulsive liar. You are a pathological liar. 95% of the words that come out of your mouth are lies.
Talking
what
your
did I lie
dick wear
about?
and address is lying. No, you don't think
wait,
presenting
I
yourself as something you're not is not lying.
Wait, Brenda, please tell me what I lied about.
You lied about a lot of things.
You lie about everything, man. Everything. You lie about everything.
Like?
11 frames. You've lied
No,
about.
well, they're in the
this-
video. I can show you now. I can go
Yeah.
to the original and show you all.
You lied about my video. Lied about me personally. The 11 frames. You're a flat earther. You say the Bible says the earth is flat. That's a lie. It does not. You lie that space is fake. That's a lie. Space is real. You say there's a dome. That's a lie. Everything you say is a lie. Your entire channel is based around a fucking lie.
All the frames are there. So how did I lie about it?
No, you didn't. No, you removed the frames.
Can I show you all the frames
I
there?
have
quickly?
red.
Yes, you removed the frames. The frames are no longer in the version that you have edited. And you accused me of being dishonest in editing a photo when I wasn't. That's amazing to me. You say, oh, the frames are there. No, they're not. You've removed them. That's what you do when you edit something. You took them out. They're no longer there.
Original. Not
I have
not the
my
doctor you
original. You know, my
Yours
original.
isn't original.
No, your original is not the original. That's a copy of somebody else's video, asshole. That's not your original. It's not. That's an edited copy where frames have been removed.
Yours is doctor.
I mean, can you fucking believe this guy? He doesn't claim it's a lie, but it is. He can't admit he's wrong.
Yours is
Oh, it's RM Armstrong. No, RM. Then I don't. No, thank you, bye, RM. Anyway,
Brenda.
if it's RM,
See, look at this. I'm right here. Don't be a coward. Challenge me live on anything. Oh, but it's Aaron Armstrong, so no. Excuse me? And you called somebody else a coward for leaving? Really? You chicken shit little bitch.
RM Armstrong, I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not-
you've lied repeatedly to people.
I can
You
honestly
lied about
do that.
photographs.
Where?
Right.
That's right.
Go in
You're
and
just
talk to
saying
the
lying
guys.
doesn't make lying. I'm going to bring the 11 frames thing up quickly, and you're going to show me. I'm going to show you exactly. All the frames are there. How's that,
You
Brenda?
removed the frames.
I think you're obsessed, Brenda. I think you're obsessed. If you have a collection of shit,
Well,
you're obsessed, man.
I
don't
can-
have that.
You're way weird.
I can say that at one part in the video he did quote, as he puts it, remove the mirage.
Yeah, there we go.
Yes, and that the thing that you claim is a mirage is the difference between it going behind the curve, hitting the water, and the splash coming up. That's what you claim that was a mirage, and you removed those frames. That you removed those frames. That's called removing frames. That's a pretty simple concept to understand, dude. But he claims I didn't remove anything. Yeah, you did. It's like Bart Simpson, Homer teaching Bart how to shave. And Bart knocks a thing of right in front of Homer. Knocks the thing of aftershave over and it breaks. He's like, I didn't do that. That's the equivalent. You obviously did it. You admit that you did it. And then you say, I didn't take any frames out.
6
Yeah,
years
that's-
ago, you see,
that's
this is the video.
removing-
Oops, no curve.
That's removing the
You
evidence.
show
yeah.
me. I'm going to show you, and you're going to tell me that these frames are removed. Please go ahead, Brenda. Because all the frames are there, Brenda.
Yeah, you
All the
removed the mirage.
Oh, I removed Mirage. Now it's not 11 frames.
Right. Yes. The Mirage was contained within 11 frames. That's what the Mirage was, is those 11 frames long, and you took them out. And then put the two pieces together, and they joined. That's what you did. I mean, yes, clinically pathological. That's what you are, dude. You obviously did it. You admitted that you did it. But you say you didn't. You claim it's not dishonest. That it's not a lie. You did this. Fuck me. I mean, this guy's horrible. He's fucking horrible.
Frames. Okay, well done.
Yeah.
So Brenda just got caught
11
lying.
frames were doctored.
No, nothing was doctored.
Yeah, you removed.
Somebody told her that she ain't got a
removed
clue in
it.
the world. Somebody told
You
her that
removed
shit. You're sitting there watching.
Why do you think till this day? Why do you think till this
rhetoric?
Brenda? Why do you think till this day? Brenda, why do you think till this day Red Rhetoric's still running away from you about this? Still today.
Because you're an asshole. You're an asshole. And no, Red's rhetoric isn't running away from you, man. No. Don't. Get that fat head out, okay? Deflate your fat head. Don't delude yourself. You remove frames, man. If we play Red's Rhetoric's video next to yours will be 11 frames shorter. You took out the frames that prove that the Earth is curved. You took those frames out to make it seem like the Earth is really flat, and that's exactly when it splashed. That's what you did.
Today he hasn't spoken to me about it. You know why? Because he's a coward. You know why he's a coward? Because if I show this, it shows him to be a liar.
He's a tool.
So you took his video, removed frames, and said that's reality, and you claim him to be a liar.
Like an honest question to you.
Wow.
You're really always triggered when you speak with us. So
I'm not.
you sound definitely like.
I'm not.
But you definitely don't like us. You totally
I'm not.
disagree with us. Okay, you disagree with
Yes,
us.
I disagree with you.
Okay. So why would you surround yourself with people with who you are disagreeing with?
I don't.
You invited her on the show, asshole. She was invited on the show to challenge him live on anything. So why are you criticizing Brenda for being there?
You do, because you're coming
No.
to stream.
The fact that I come here doesn't mean I surround myself with people who disagree with me.
So you're saying that you want people on there, but only people who agree with you to challenge you? Is that what you're saying? You cowardly fuck.
You do, with our voices.
I don't hang out here. I come here to debate you.
You do, nearly each time you are on the stream.
Yeah, I come here to debate you. I don't hang out with you.
So he's trying to shame her for being there after being invited. That's what he's doing. What a piece of shit you are.
Mr. Jingles, Red runs for me.
So what would you debate?
It's been 6 years now.
What's
It's
the
been
point?
6 years now and Red's still running.
Yeah.
Thank you, Aaron Armstrong, for your super chat again. But like I said, I want nothing to do with you. Stay away from me. Thank you. Anyway.
And you're running from Aaron. Look at you. Look at you. Talking about someone running away and then actively doing what you're criticizing someone else for. Do you even fucking realize what you're saying when you're saying it? Do you? I really don't think you do. I think you have no cognitive idea of what you are about.
Look what's going to happen now, Brenda. Look how it's going to fall, and it's going to show all the frames in the video.
Well, one of them does. The other one
It's the
doesn't.
same video. It's the same video, guys.
No, it's not. If this is the one you edited, it's not the same video.
They run around
It's an edited version.
slapping their dicks trying to find something all the time.
Yeah, imagine that. I'm still waiting for Brent to show we are live.
6 years.
No, flat I admire you. I wouldn't
When you
give a
alter-
fuck
when you
and try to
alter
explain to them
the
and
video.
show and try to justify myself. Because
Yeah,
they
when
will
you-
always be
Nobody
saying
cares.
shit.
Would you
Whatever
shut
you
up?
provide evidence,
Listen
whatever
to
evidence
me.
provide, they
What's
always
going
find
to do, Brenda?
find shit to bash.
Oh no. Is that every...
No, that's not all the frames. There's 11 frames.
Be saying
cares.
shit.
Would you just
Whatever
shut
you
up?
provide evidence,
Listen
whatever
to
evidence
me.
provide, they always
What's going
find
to do, Brenda?
find shit to bash.
Oh.
No, there's 11 frames missing between here and there. There's 11 frames missing, motherfucker. And if you play Red's video next to this one, the original, you'll see that. And that's been shown to you. And you still want to maintain that you didn't take anything out of it. You're a piece of fucking garbage.
No. Is that everything? Is that all the frames in the video, Brenda? Let's go.
Doctor,
let's go back.
you
Let's go back.
removed
go
the
back.
mirage. You removed
Wait.
the mirage.
Is there a mirage? Yeah, Brenda. You know what? Let's slow it down for you. Let's go. Playback speed. I'm going to make it as slow as possible, okay? You can even make it big.
You missed one frame. You missed one.
There you see the capture falling.
You didn't take all, you missed one frame. What a piece of shit this guy is. I can't watch this anymore. I can't watch someone be this fucking dishonest. This is horrible. I'm done. I'm done for the day. I've been on for 3.5 hours. Yeah, I'm done for the day. So this guy can rot in fucking hell. He's that bad. When you are so dishonest that you are admitting to doing something and then saying you didn't do it, you're a piece of fucking shit. All right, talk to you guys later. I'll be on tomorrow, hopefully doing some painting. And,